intro. Y'all ain't ready for this. The disrespect is real.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. I'm not above it. I am that snake bitch.
No, it's okay. You guys are all welcome to trash Queen in the chat. We'll hold a whole panel on Queen.
I am honest to a point, but a lot of the things I talk about aren't true.
Wait, somebody not telling the truth on YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me. The road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets caused real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more, feeding from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the part departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Me and my friends, we're gonna find you and we're gonna rip you apart like a witch funnel.
Snakes don't get a fucking safe space. If she wants to keep it going, then we'll keep going. If she wants to stop the bullshit, then we'll stop the bullshit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let anybody lie on my motherfucking name.
Bring your app. The fucking link is in the chat. That should be.
Oh, loose booty, wet panty looking ass boy. Replay that, Queen. Her name is Queen. It ain't really so much Queen. Queen B. Queen B. Queen B. Okay, there. Queen B. Queen B's money. Queen B ain't got no money. Queen B.
He always fucks some shit up. I don't know why PJ doesn't get his ass on a motherfucking leash and get his ass under control. Fuck.
Better than never. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control, by fight or flight.
And I haven't brought it public, you know why? Because someone that I was fucking close to is in the middle of a goddamn lawsuit. How do I get my hands on your soap? Because I need something to clean these titty broads. My dove is just not doing it.
Bring your asses. As simple as that. Come on. I mean, bring it. Bring your asses. Hey, don't get Queen B and her 550, 600 servants. Bring their asses out.
You might have started it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Absolutely.
Or go to somebody else's panel. Let me just say Queen B's panel. I'm telling you, we all need to go up on Queen B's panel because that seems where everybody's going. I guess Queen B is like the god of YouTube.
Queen B Escobar, bro.
She's in China just making drugs.
You know, I run the cartel on the YouTubes. I run the cartel here. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what boss bitches do.
Exactly. Beefing with the Queen Bee because I heard the stinger sucks.
This lady Queen Bee with the lip ring is innocent. You two weirdos are being weird. No, I know who this is. You're the lady that was on Molly Go Lightly.
No. You have no doubt QB could hold her own with any female on YouTube. Let me tell you something we all learned a long time ago.
I would fuck her up and drag her from here to China. Let's meet one-on-one.
Writing checks their mouth can't cash. Bitch, I didn't write a check my mouth can't cash. I cash all them motherfucking checks.
And I cannot for the life of me understand why people put her on a pedestal. And these allegedly smart people put her on this pedestal like she's something important.
We got to tell you about yourself. It's your fucking old lying ass over there. Is her fucking name obnoxiously relevant?
Because she I know, she changed it.
She meant to say obnoxious and irrelevant. That's what she meant to say.
And coincidentally, it sounds exactly like Queen Bee's voice because, as I've always thought, Queen Bee is using some sort of slight distortion on her voice when she broadcasts.
Exposed!
Queen Bee exposed! Oh my god, bitch.
Did they get that Dugan?
Did they get that Dugan? That shit chronic with Rashady. You better fucking shut your mouth with that. Well, stop.
Wow. What in the hell? Someone told Queen Bee that you said it was her hacking your emails. What the hell is wrong with people?
Take your ass to bed. It's fucking past your bedtime. Go on now.
Right? Why you gotta be crying?
Motherfucking killing the vibe, bitch. Take your ass to bed. Boston, no, I'm not capping at all. I'm telling the whole truth.
Good, babe.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. You know me, skedaddling away. See you
All
guys.
right.
Pumpkin. I love you too.
Alright. I despise you, Boston.
Whatever.
Good morning, beautiful.
Happy day.
Happy day, baby. We got triggered today. Gotta trigger these motherfuckers every day.
Baby Jesus showed us that, you guys. I swear to God.
I know that's right, because you just put right on that shit.
Yes, I did. Baby Jesus was like, look here.
Yeah, fuck the pause. Pause for the cause. Fuck that pause.
I'm just trying to be a better person. I know it.
Let's see here. God damn it, Duke. You hear him?
Yes, your dog is orange.
Damn it, Duke.
Girl, this tea is piping.
It's living. Motherfucker's hot.
That just burnt the roof of my mouth.
Where's Candy Sue? Where's she at? You heard that like I heard that one. Fire in the hole. Smoke him if you got him.
You're like the type of person that would probably be in the back of the class.
Fuck you, me too.
Ellie's a thug.
Right.
You don't
We're all thugs around here. Shambles. Thank you for supporting the hot biddies. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was you?
Wait, I wasn't, bitch. I was not. I wasn't even close to ready for that shit. All right, I love you, baby girl. I'm gonna jump off.
I love you too, baby doll. Yo, what's happening? What's happening, y'all? How's your day going? Y'all having a good day? It's a happy hump day. I hope y'all are having a good day. We're halfway through the motherfucking week. Finally, shit. And the week already went to shit. I'm just playing. Anyhow, how y'all doing today? Let's see. Who all we got? Oh shit. We got gifted memberships already. Dang, girl. In here showing love on this beautiful Wednesday. Let's see, Brianna. Look at you, Brianna, gifting 5 memberships. Thank you for being here, and I did get your email. I do want to let you know I didn't have a chance to respond because I got fucking slammed with a fuck ton of them, but I got it. Just so you know. Yeah, this week has been shit. Like Betty said about my lawyer. Shit. You got to get the neck veins rolling at the same time, though. Hell to the no. Here. Oh, yeah. For those that are confused, let me go ahead and just put this back out here again for the one time. And I'm sure it'll be again for the one time. So Betty's lawsuit that she filed a year ago, you know, because I've been paying for an attorney for a year. And we got this Chloe dumbfuck talking about, I called her lawyer's office and I know what he charges. Yeah, he charges $350 an hour. It's never been fucking a secret. Anybody can call. Matter of fact, there's somebody else on this platform who has hired him and is using him right now. It's not a fucking secret. My lawyer's name is not a secret. The money he charges is not a secret. I'm not sure where the fuck people thought it was secretive or that I was being secretive. But when you pay for an attorney for a year for a lawsuit, a countersuit and a fucking protective order, that's going to cost a pretty fucking penny. Okay? If you don't understand that by now, I can't help you. Because, I mean, let's keep it real. There ain't anybody on this motherfucker that could just comfortably say, hey, I got the money to pay for an attorney for a year straight over bullshit, over a lawsuit, a fucked up frivolous lawsuit, a countersuit, and a fucking protective order, right? Because I know damn the fuck well 99.999% of everybody that's on here does not have thousands and thousands of dollars just to throw the fuck away. So cut that out right now. Right now. Right now. And she will sue somebody else. She will. She'll go after somebody else. This is, I mean, as soon as she's done fucking with me, she's going to go after somebody else. It's not, I mean, come on now. It's not any secret. And she already said she was going to. So, come on now. Don't sit here and act brand new to the shit. And yes, Betty's first lawsuit was dismissed by the judge. There was 2 things that went through to discovery. Okay, there's 2 things that went through to discovery. Then Betty decided she was going to refile the lawsuit, which is when I started covering Betty again. Because, again, she sat and lied, filing after filing, which Savage was added to that filing, blank screen, burnt toast. There's tons of motherfuckers added to these filings. People that probably don't even fucking know they're in the motherfuckers are in there. Yes, she went and refiled her fucking lawsuit when the judge threw the first one out. So again, like I said, if you're going to continue to play games and lie on me and write filing after filing and cost me money, then I'm going to fucking cover you. I'm going to I'm going to start going back over and reviewing your shit. Period, point blank. That's it. That's all. I know I'm not going to get any money for the countersuit. She ain't got shit to take. She doesn't have shit. I don't have shit. She ain't going to get shit out of me either. It's fucking pointless. We've been said that. The judge should already, like I said, the judge already threw the shit the fuck out once. He already dismissed the first one. Her dumbass went and filed another one. And then not only did she refile it, she decided that she was going to file a goddamn motion that only certain questions can be asked of her. Are you fucking serious right now? Who the fuck does that? Come on now. Cut the shit, Bets. Cut the shit. Everybody's fucking sick of it. I know I am. When you get fucking sued by a goddamn fool for a fucking year, I'm sure you'd be tired of it too. Especially a frivolous fucking lawsuit that is a bunch of bullshit. She knows it. I know it. You know it. Everybody knows it. Come on now. Here, for those that aren't understanding, let me go ahead and put this up for you because Literal Davis fam went ahead and did it nicely for us here. Okay, so the following here. So it says, second amended complaint filed. Second amended complaint filed by Andrew Griffin. 6/5/2024. Conveniently, it was 6/15/2023 when she filed the first one. Here's another one. Motion to limit questions and scope of deposition of Andra Griffin, filed by Griffin Andra. So basically, she wants to be like, no, you can only ask certain questions. You can do the deposition, but I only want them to be able to ask me certain questions. But you want to sit and make fucking threats that you can't wait for the deposition because I'm going to have to answer your questions. I mean, really? I could give a fuck less. We've been asking you to file this deposition. We've been asking you to get it done, to schedule it, make your appointment, get it done. You are the one stalling, Betty. You're the one stalling. Yes, there's depositions. And yes, people are going to be deposed. Yes, ma'am. But she's dragging her fucking feet. So why do I need a legal fund? Why do I need a legal fund? Why do I have a legal fund? Okay, let's see here. I'm still dealing with a fucking lawsuit. That's why I have a legal fund up. Do I want to have one? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because you got folks that'll say, yes, do it. You should definitely sue her. Absolutely. And then, you know, a month later, 2 months later, a year later, when they feel like they want to fucking turn on your ass and snake you, then it's, oh my God, I don't even know why you have an attorney. I don't even know why you're taking these folks' money. Same shit, different fucking day. Exactly. By her own words, she wants to drain the bank. Baby, I ain't got no money in the bank. I don't know what the fuck you think this is. What? I mean, I know there's people that are jealous as fuck, thinking I have all this goddamn money. It would be fucking nice if I did. The money that I fucking get for the legal fund goes in the fucking legal fund. Period. I mean, do you think it's fuck? Do you think it doesn't cost fucking thousands of dollars to deal with a fucking lawsuit, a countersuit, and a protective order for an entire year? Are you fucking kidding me? And no, it doesn't cost this bitch any money. She does it herself. She'll fuck around and file 50 goddamn papers until she gets it right. Yeah, sad but true. Sure the fuck it is. And because she's pro se, they give her chance after chance after chance. Yeah, it goes to the fucking trust. That's where the fuck, I mean, come on. Obviously, there's people on here that don't know. Chloe Dean or Chloe, whatever the fuck your name is, you obviously don't know shit. But since you want to run that goddamn cockbox in the comment section conveniently, let's go over your bullshit real quick. You know what? We'll save this for later. We got to get to it because I ain't got a whole lot of time today. We just left practice and shit. And we got a doubleheader game tonight. So I'm not going to be able to be on here like maybe later tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll try to pop on after if I can, but it's been a bitch trying to navigate. I know that. I seen you went over Greeny's watching. I seen you guys went over Tara Lynn's shit today. Tara Lynn. Did you see the shit she was saying to that fucking tip line? And not only that, I knew she got her tires slashed once. I didn't know she got them slashed twice, or well, I didn't know she said that. I've never seen proof, never seen any pictures, never seen anything to say she had them slashed. I have no idea if she did or if she didn't. But I know she said she did. Nina, thank you for becoming a new member. Right. Turlin. That's too funny. Here, let me get this link pinned. Yeah, so there's an updated video in Riley Strain's in his case. So I wanted to go over that. It's inside the bar. Like, let's see. We'll start with him first. We'll start with this first because it's already ready to roll. All right, here we go. So it said extended video of Riley Strain in Nashville. So this is him in the bar, like before he got kicked out. And shit looks to be okay. I don't understand why. I mean, I still don't understand why he got removed or why he got asked to leave. And why his friends weren't, you know what I'm saying? Why his friends were not notified. Also, yes, I kept my live up for 24 hours. I know Bombshell was ecstatic going over the shit, which is fucking ridiculous. And I'm sure Betty's probably happy as a motherfucking lark. Just like there's people, anybody that hates on me goes over there. Anybody that hates on her comes over here. It's the same shit, different fucking day. Same shit, different goddamn day. So we'll go over that again. Like I said, we'll go over that later, but messages keep popping up, and I just popped my email open and a bunch of them just came back through again. So anyhow, though, like I said, it doesn't look to be like it's too wild. Like it doesn't look like there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I'm not sure. He doesn't look like he's somebody that's just out here acting a fool to get kicked out of this bar, you know? Girl, we can only hope she gets fucking sanctioned. But even if she does, she doesn't have fucking money. She doesn't have anything. So it doesn't matter. I mean, I could win the lawsuit tomorrow and she's not going to fucking pay it. So it doesn't matter. Shit, she doesn't pay her fucking bills. She don't pay her house taxes. She don't pay her credit cards. Fuck. She's definitely not going to pay a fucking lawsuit, a frivolous lawsuit that she filed and initiated and continued to initiate. Don't make no fucking sense. I don't know. I have no idea if she passed up. I have no idea about any photo. Oh, you must be behind. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say because I have no idea, to be honest with you. I don't know what she did. I know that she was trying to go over my live stream. I know that, thinking the shit was all funny and trying to add her. She should have a deadline for the depot. I worked for an attorney years ago, and she should have a deadline. If she doesn't meet the deadline, too bad. Yeah, we're waiting on the judge to put the deadline out because we've been waiting for a long fucking time. I used a lawyer for 4.5 months, $15K. Yeah, people don't seem to understand. They just think it's you know what I'm saying? He only charges $350. That's it. I called him. I know. Okay, if you called him, then you would fucking know. If you've been paying attention, you would see all the bullshit filings she's been fucking filing specifically to cost money because we have to answer those. And she knows that. Come on now. Like I said, though, she did the same bullshit to Crude AF. Only Crude AF didn't have time to fight with her and fuck with her. So he gave her $500 and told her to fucking basically leave me the fuck alone. I'm not doing that. Nope. You ain't walking over the top of me, Bets. Sorry, little skid. Ain't gonna happen. What, Quinny? Cost me $50,000 to get a rough divorce. Yeah, lawyers cost fucking money, man. Lawyers cost fucking money. And like I said, though, I won't be the only one she sues and she fucks with. I won't be the only one. But you know what? I'll be here to help the next motherfucker. I know that for a fact, Jack. All right, so the link should be pinned. What do you mean a soft spot? Hold on. If you will, it sucks, but those who know. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what you mean, baby. No, I see you, little Irish. You're here. I see you, girl. Let me put this on here, too, because I forgot this background music, baby. So, yeah, basically here he...
Some things.
Let's turn this back here. So, basically, like I said, he's at the bar, but here, let me go back here real fast because I want to see. So, here he is. He looks like he's a loner at the bar. Like, he looks like he's a loner. Looks like he's paying his tab here. She gave her the card. Here's, you know what I'm saying, paying for his tab because it doesn't look like he gets another drink. Maybe she's making him one now. But he doesn't look to be that intoxicated to me. Or well, here anyways, he doesn't. But, okay, so there's his beer. Even walking away, he's not stumbling. He's not tripping. What's up, Cheesy? How you doing, babe?
Oh, good. How are you?
Good. Good morning. Well, I guess good afternoon. I guess it is afternoon.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not. It's 11:25 here.
Well, I was playing. Well, like I said,
We're
I was
almost there.
I was planning on getting on this morning, but we got busy and stuff, and then some. You know what I'm saying? Had company, so it was. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, we'll just wait a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes YouTube doesn't work with real life. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's
Real life gets in the way, especially when you have kids and family and.
Yes, and it's summertime, so it's like I mean, there's like schedules are all over.
Did you say somebody actually said that your lawyer only cost $350? I wish a lawyer only costed $350. Jeez, we could sue everybody if they only cost $350 total. I'm just kidding. I'm not a sue happy person. She must have got a phone call. So let's see what Chad is saying while she's away. Miss poor Riley Strain. Hopefully he can rest in peace, and hopefully the family can live in peace now. Now that they got some answers. I'm sure it's not the answers they wanted, but right, $350 is just a walk in the office, right? $350 an hour, yep. Yeah, and that's actually, excuse me, I've heard it like $500 an hour and all that kind of stuff. It's crazy. That's $87.50 for 15 minutes, right? Right, and you just stop and think about all the emails, all the bullshit emails she sent to Queen Bee's attorney, and just think about how long it takes to type up a general email back to reply, you know. Glad she's fighting her nasty BS. Yes. Yeah, it sucked for Crude, but Queen Bee did try to make them whole. She got everybody to donate, and you guys got to send them $500 back, so that was kind of nice. I mean, it sucked at the time, and yeah, she threatened his kids, saying that she knew where they went to school, and I mean that in itself. I mean, money is nothing. I mean, it is, but thinking that somebody is stalking your children, that's got to be horrible. That's got to be. And she went after his stepmom's business. His mom was a Etsy seller, and she went after that. They went after everything in his family. Sent stuff to the father, the mother-in-law, and I want to say the grandma, but I'm not sure. It was somebody else in his family, anyways. I can't remember, but it was like crazy, you know. And yeah, I don't blame him for just trying to pay her off to get her to go away. Because if you stop and you look at what she does on here to families, you know darn well that, and that's not people attacking her. Now, if she thinks somebody's attacking her, imagine what she's doing to them in real life. Just think of that. So, that was horrible for him. I'm not on Valium today, so I'm a little more in tune with what's going on.
Sorry about that. It was the
No,
doctor's
that's
office.
okay. I was just chit-chatting with the chat while you were gone.
Yeah, they they had to give us our results for the little. She's having some trouble, and being in sports, we had to go get it checked out. So
I don't know. I hope everything's okay.
yeah, just some shoulder pain with the volleyball. So
ouch.
Yep. But I mean, it's from softball, volleyball, tumbling, flipping, that kind of stuff. So she's a busy.
Yeah, she's using the crap out of them joints. I suppose they're gonna hurt. I was like that as a kid. I was in dancing and gymnastics and all kinds of shit. And then I played sports and I was a rough and tumble anyways. I was kind of like a tomboy, and I was always doing stuff with my brother, and yeah. It's no wonder I have really bad arthritis at 50 years old.
I mean, it happens. I mean, like I said, when you're active, I mean, and you do stuff, working or being in sports or whatever, you know what I mean? When you're active,
yeah. Plus you work hard, you're hard your whole life and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So
wear and tear on the body. But anyhow, back to back. I heard you saying something about Crude. What was you saying?
Oh, we were just talking about how you made him whole with the $500 and that it really sucked what he went through and all the shit that he went through with her harassing his family and going after his mother or his stepmom's business and all that bullshit that he went through. And then I said, just think about all the families that she harasses on here. Now think about it if that was your family and she thinks that you're attacking her personally, she's really going to go after your family, It's got to be even worse in real life, So,
yeah.
That's all I was talking about. Just what bullshit it is.
She did a number on him. And you know what? With the jelly jar, we did a jelly jar and paid him the $500 back that he paid her. And it pissed her.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Hey, what's up, Greenie?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a
What
little
I was
fuzzy.
saying
Okay. Oh, hell.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I'm
baby.
driving. No,
Okay.
you lost me. All right. I tried. It's all right. Never mind.
No, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. What I was saying is there's always a soft spot, right? Like when people fight or somebody's going out of creator, everybody uses a certain soft spot, right? We all know what mine is. They pull out the same stuff. With you, it's always going to be this lawsuit. And it doesn't matter if people believe it or don't. Those who know. I mean, even when I was fighting with you, I'm like, oh, yeah, this lawsuit. Dude, I know how much a lawyer costs. You know what I mean? It's a cheap shot. It's all it is. And we all got our own personal cheap shots that people use against us. So, those who know. And even those who pretend not to.
That's the easiest go-to. Like I said, that's the easiest thing to go to, Yeah, you're robot.
Right. That's what I was saying about us. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Bye.
All right, baby. Bye. So basically, she was saying, it's like a soft spot. People go like they, go in a soft spot. They'll like hit a soft spot. She said she did the same shit when she was pissed off. She was talking shit about the lawsuit, but she already knows how much a lawyer costs. Most people do. And like I said, I know it is. I know it's a fucking, I know it's the first that's people's go-to when they want to talk shit. That's the first thing they go to.
Well, and they know that, mama bears and their kids, and, if you go after somebody's kids, that's where.
Well, no,
that's
I mean, nobody's going after my kids, but I mean, I'm just saying, don't get me wrong. Betty did post a video, and I had to send their birth certificates in to get the video down. Yeah, I did have to do that, but she's the only piece of shit that's ever,
No, but on here, it
after
seems
my
like that's
kids,
the
or
first
didn't
thing.
anything like that. So
that's the first thing most people do is go after their kids, and that's what she did to Crude. She said, "Oh, I know." They said her and JLR said they know where her kids go or his kids go to school.
Oh yeah, see, I mean, I knew they did a bunch of shit to him, but I didn't know that. I knew they fucked with his mom's business or his mother-in-law's business or something like that. And
Oh yeah, it was
they were
all.
on some bullshit. They were on some bullshit, straight fucking hardcore bullshit. Wait, is Truth Seeker in here? And let me go ahead and escort you on out, baby.
Yeah, I watched him at the time, and yeah, it was terrible stuff. Like it.
What do you mean there was? What are you talking about? There was never a cancer scam. I didn't say there was. I don't. What do you mean? I don't think Crude had anything to do with that. What is she talking about? Fuck, I missed some. What did I miss, Cheesy, while we were gone?
I don't think you missed anything. I mean, nobody ever said anything about a cancer scam.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what the fuck is she talking about in here?
Well, everybody, that was Granny's watching, right? So everybody's saying that she had a cancer scam, but I don't. I think all she did was say that she had a scare.
Or somebody in the chat said something about it. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, she said she had a scare or something, but I don't know. I didn't watch Granny then, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I didn't really get into that. I know that she has her own stuff, but I didn't get into that.
No, me neither.
But yeah, so this back to it. This video with Riley Strain, you guys seen where he hit his head and shit, right? Where he was walking out and he smacks his head on that pole.
Yeah, terrible.
I mean, he seems to be just fine. Like in these oh, somebody was in here claiming Granny is scamming over cancer. So okay, somebody just came in the chat and said it. I wish everyone would drop the cancer stuff. It's triggering to a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, it really is. And I mean, either way, there's a lot of people that have family who have suffered severely. I know my mom did, and it was fucking horrible. So I try to stay away from it, even with Laura when I can't fucking stand her and I still have my own feelings towards her. I try to stay away from it with that too. So I understand, you know what I'm saying? I get it. All right, back to it.
Yeah.
So over like in here, so he looks fine. Doesn't he look good? Doesn't he look like he looks okay? He looks like he's good in shape. He doesn't look like he's falling all over, sloppy, drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like weaving and wobbling.
No.
He doesn't look like he's in bad shape. But here he is they're asking him to leave. Then somebody, I don't know if this is one of his buddies or who that was that just tapped him on the shoulder or the arm, but watch when he walks out the door. He taps him to go back. So he's standing there with his friends, then he walks out the door, or this guy was like pointing at him, see him pointing at him like to go out the gate. Then he taps him and he goes back in. So I think he's pointing at his friends like, hey, these are my buddies. I'm with these guys over here. Drinks the rest of the beer and throws it away because he can't bring the beer outside. You know, you're not supposed to bring the beers outside. Usually you have to throw them away or set them down.
Yep.
But this is where he's leaving because you can see outside, like the gates or whatever outside. So.
Yeah, he probably wanted to just tell his buddies that he had to go, you know, because his buddies would go with him.
Well, honestly, that's what I said. You would think the buddies would go with him.
Yeah. Unless they were unaware. I don't know. Yeah, when we used to go out to the bar all the time, yeah, you're a group. You do it. You do everything together. If somebody gets kicked out, you go with them. You go on to the next bar. Yeah, he didn't seem like he was being rowdy or anything. Sorry, Lugnut's drinking water if you can hear that.
No, I can't. I'm over here just nodding off, you know. Nodding out on meth and shit. You know, that kind of stuff.
Lugnut's a big dog, so when he drinks water, you can really hear it. So. Yeah, if you get kicked out of the bar, your friends usually go with you. I don't understand why they didn't, unless they were unaware. Oh, yeah, wouldn't leave with you, so you sat on the curb outside. Well, that's not a very good best friend. Didn't go with you. Oh, that's awesome, Beerkind Island. That is awesome. Thank God. Yeah, my dog's name is Lugnut. Yesterday when we were listening to Terry Lynn and she said Lugnut like 2 or 3 times, he kept looking at the phone. Well, I try to be honest, Mint Mama. Yeah, and he's definitely a Lugnut. It was like the perfect name for him. Seemed fine, then he went outside, don't know. Oh, put his fist through a wall. Ouch. Kind of doggy is he? He's a German Shepherd Black Lab mix, kind of. I think. His mom was, she was like Border Collie and possibly German Shepherd mix. And then my husband says the dad was a good fence jumper. My friend got her as got the mother. She was a runaway or something. And somebody dropped her off because she loves animals. And she was a stray, and her dog had just passed away. So somebody brought her this dog, and she ended up being pregnant. And I got one of the puppies, or actually, I got 2 of the puppies. I got one.
Look,
and my
your
daughter got
dog's
one.
name is Lugnut. My dog's name back in the day was Wingnut. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, that's funny.
You say that, I'm like, wait a minute. His name was Wingnut like a long time ago. That was our dog. Well, like I said, when we were younger. So.
Yeah, and it's like the perfect name for him because he really is a Lugnut.
Gosh, and look, Wingnut he's a Jack Russell Terrier, and he used to climb trees and just act all kinds of crazy. He was like a fucking spaz, man. He was everywhere.
We just lost our Jack Russell Terrier about a year ago now, and God, she was the perfect dog.
Oh,
just
yes,
absolutely
they are
perfect.
good dogs. I mean, but you know what? They are energetic as hell. Like they are fucking, man, they are fast as hell.
She was my husband's little baby. Just I mean, she didn't want nothing to do with me if my husband was around. I go to bed and she would look at me like, "What are you doing here? This is me and Dad's bed," you know. I mean,
Yeah, they usually get attached to one person. You know what I mean? Like a one person dog. I mean, they like everybody, but don't get me wrong. But they just, and then we had Maggie, Wingnut, and Maggie was my dog. Like that's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Was with me, you know what I mean? Like we were super close. Anybody got close, she would bark and bite.
Yeah. Yeah, our Jack Russell, she was like a perfect dog. And and I had another dog who was like a beagle mix, and his name was Gus, and he was like the best dog ever. He He was some 80-year-old guy. We had got him from who had passed away, and he was, I mean, that dog was everything to him. So that dog was like everything to him, and he spent all his time with this dog, and yeah, it was just him and the dog. So this dog, I swear to God, if
I feel
I
like
didn't
dogs
know
truly
better,
are a man's best friend or woman's best friend. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
they are.
They truly are.
And if I didn't know better, I would think that the dog was human, the way he understood. I could just sit and talk to him and he would understand, it seemed like, you know? It just, yeah, he was like the best dog ever, but he passed away a few years ago, and that's when I got lug nut.
Oh, okay. So Canine Charlie gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. If you guys got one, make sure you tell her thank you. I'm not sure what's going on with Beer Can Island, but everybody's saying congratulations. So,
She got news she's cancer free.
Yay! That's freaking
that's
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, that is awesome. Congratulations, love.
That is really awesome.
Yes, that is awesome as hell. That's some fucking good news right there, babe. That is amazing news. Happy hump day. That's some fucking amazing news. You better go treat yourself to something.
Right?
Whatever it is you like to do, babes. Whatever it is you like to do. That's awesome. Yes, everybody. So I was going to say, everybody in the chat was saying congratulations. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was like trying to go through here to see what happened. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. That is awesome.
She got really, really good news.
I got a big old smile on my face for it.
I know. I just love hearing things like that. It's so awesome.
That's fucking awesome, man. That's good news. We needed some good news, man. It's been a couple shitty days, so we needed some good news. All right, so you guys remember Stephen Crabtree, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's been out doing, searching with his boat for a couple months now, I would say, like a month like 6 weeks.
Yep.
And he's kind of spoke on what they were doing and stuff, and he said the same thing that Narc Diver said. You are going to find all kinds of shit in that fucking lake, or that river or whatever. It doesn't mean that it's worth that it's a value. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or that it has anything to do with Sebastian's case. See, that's the thing too, is now people think that there was something of importance of Sebastian's found in the river. That's what people believe. That there's people on TikTok, there's people in my email, there's people in the comment section. I mean, seriously, they really do believe that there was something found. Also, bringing attention to Seth's bullshit is not going after Seth. That is a fact. He has lied in this case. That is a fact.
Oh my God, he's lied horribly.
Yes. I don't feel I've ever went after Seth.
No, we've just called out his bullshit. And he's always going after Chris and Katie. And like I've said before, he could have squashed all this crap of everybody going after Chris and Katie.
Yeah.
They always Chris and Katie have always put out things saying that, he was a good dad and blah, blah, blah. He was always there, da, 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 and they always gave grace to him whenever we said anything bad about Seth or called him up for, not really bad, but called up whatever he's done. They're trying to make excuses for him, but he just allows people to put this narrative that they unalived Sebastian. It's just BS. I understand he's upset that Katie was the last one to see him and he went missing. I understand that he feels that she's the person that did it, but do you honestly think that she unalived him? I mean, I don't know. I understand he's upset. He's brokenhearted and he's trying to blame her, but he doesn't need to be the way he's been.
Right. Well, not only that, though, I mean, he's said some really shitty things and things that were very private that should have never been put out. about his son. He's done a lot of shitty things. And yes, I've brought attention to him. Yep, I sure did. Did I ever attack him and go after him? No, I didn't. But I sure as hell will bring attention to his bullshit and his lies. Yes, the fuck I will.
So Wispy was talking about it last night, about how somebody's trying to call you a tragedy pimp. And it's like, you know, there's a fine line, of course, between being a tragedy pimp and talking about these cases. You know, it is a fine line. I mean, we all skirt that line. You know, we talk about these cases and stuff, but we're not attacking the father of a missing child. We're not attacking him. We're just calling out his BS because he's for some reason trying to screw up this case. I don't understand it, but you know what he's doing right now, all that searching and stuff, he could be messing with the case. And he's aligning himself with people that could potentially screw up the case. The stuff that Bullhorn Betty does, she could totally mess up the case.
Yeah, and I heard that too. Like I said, it's all the same shit. There was, 4 or 5 of us that streamed his fucking live stream. I wasn't the only one. All the same shit I've said has been said over and over again by the same creators. Fuck no, Cricket Day. I think it was a bunch of bullshit. Another thing that bothered the hell out of me is when he went up on Brittany's panel trying to act like he was jacking off. Are you serious? Why? For what? That's not fucking funny. I don't find that entertaining at all. I don't think anybody did, to be honest.
No.
I think him and Taco were the only ones. Speaking of Taco, I do want to go over that interview with him in that, what was her name? Dang it. The Vault. I do want to pop that up because we never did get a chance to finish that. And I wanted to hear the rest of what he was saying. But anyways, back to this though. Stephen Crabtree, he came on here. You know, he's been using his boat and searching and stuff. And like I said, he said the same things that Narc Divers Trey, that he said.
Yeah.
About finding stuff and how much shit he's found in the Cumberland River and stuff like that. Here, let's listen to him for a minute.
Questions pertaining to Sebastian and searching the.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
Cumberland, and if I'm going to stop. So the short answer, no. I'm just going to have to scale it back, right? Because at the end of the day, what they've done was probably the best thing that honestly needed to happen, which is privatize. They have vetted these individuals and they're out there looking. I think that is the smartest thing they could have done. And it should have.
Another thing that bothered me was he's like, yes, they vetted these folks. They vetted all these people. Why did you fire Chloe for wanting to vet everybody? He's like, Chloe wanted to know everybody's name and phone number.
Right.
Yeah, she wanted to vet everybody. She was actually searching. She was on a legit search. She wanted to know who was searching with her, who was going to be around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Around them and involved in the search. So for him to fire Chloe, specifically because she wanted to know everybody's information down to their phone number and their hair color, as he says.
Yeah.
He then says, you know, we're going to do a private search and I'm going to do backgrounds on everybody. Just like Stephen Crabtree just said. He's like, I think it's a good thing that he did this and backgrounds on everybody. Well, then why the hell would he fire Chloe when she was one of the only ones out there doing legit searches? You gave a cease and you fired her or whatever, told her not to come back or that you didn't need her or whatever because she wanted to do background checks and find out who was going to be around. But now you're okay with it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's shit like that I don't fucking get for Seth to be doing that kind of shit.
And they're out there looking. I think that is the smartest thing they could have done. And it should have been done a while ago. There's no need for me anymore. No, I just going to have to. So when I got off my live, I had seen a couple of questions pertaining to Sebastian and searching the Cumberland and if I'm going to stop. So the short answer, no. I'm just going to have to scale it back, right? Because at the end of the day, what they've done was probably the best thing that honestly needed to happen, which is privatize. They have vetted these individuals and they're out there looking. I think that is the smartest thing they could have done, and it should have been done a while ago. There's no need for me anymore. Now, I can tell you it's frustrating for me because I remember 2.5 months ago when I was out there begging people to meet me at Douglas, and not once but 3 different times I got stood up, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to do this by myself, and that's actually what I did. And let me tell you, things could be missed.
And there he says he scheduled three different times to meet, and got stood up all 3 times to go search. And conveniently, he was one of those that was on Tony's team that Tony brought in right away. He brought in him, and he brought in the Nina, what's her name?
Nina Glass or something.
Yeah, something like that. But he brought in Stephen Crabtree, and he brought her in too. With she had the charges and was like not allowed to be around kids and all this and that because she, you know what I'm saying, had the shooting or whatever happened. Yes. So Tony brought these 2 in there into this search, and then he goes, and did you just catch what he said? I know I'm not even needed anymore. Why? You have a boat. They're out searching by boat. Why would you not be needed anymore? You know?
Yeah, why wouldn't? Yeah.
I don't get that either.
More than one.
There was a lot
more
of
than
times,
one vote would be good, you'd think.
Well, yeah, especially, you know what I'm saying? More than one set of eyes, too. You get a,
I pulled things up. I pulled a tote out of the water with a Christmas tree. I've pulled a cheerleader gym bag out. I've pulled a pair of blue jeans that were Levi's. I've pulled a Columbia rain jacket, I guess. But all these things I would pull out that you guys would never see. Why? Because I didn't want y'all to have that shock value. Does that make sense? Like, oh, it wasn't what it was about. I was out there to literally not recover. I was out there to rule out locations, and that's what I was doing. My hope was to never run across Sebastian. Truthfully, I didn't want to find him. That's not what I wanted. Do I want him home? Absolutely. But the last thing that you want is to have somebody found in the water, because we both know what that ending is. I will say that it's frustrating from a standpoint at 5 months. We have no more answers than we did from the beginning, right? And I think with the team that Seth has, given his private investigator, that is, and those individuals that are vetted, I think there will be some answers that are going to come out, and maybe things will be having some light shed on them. And I think it's a very positive thing. As for people associated with Seth and Sebastian, I mean, I don't have a reason to talk about them. I'm not going to anymore at that point. I told him that last night. I think it's time that we all just go our own ways, because at the end, this has become nothing but a giant, show me stick, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Huh. Yep.
The point. Okay, so it has. I mean, it's long gone. It's been a shit show. Like that was long ago. You know what I mean? That's not anything new. It's just. I mean,
but it really kind of makes me wonder what's going on, because now he's like, yeah, I think it's time for us to part ways, blah, 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 you know.
Yeah.
Pascal's left. You know, everybody's leaving, and it's like...
Well, T-Rev got caught, you know what I mean? Like, that was... But yeah, Pascal leaving, and other creators really not wanting to talk on it, speak on it, you know what I mean? Deal with it. I don't know.
And it makes you wonder why.
You know what?
It makes you wonder why they don't want anybody around.
Yeah.
What?
I said, you know what though? This tells me he could have went and took what he found You know, like the couple. He said he found like a gym bag and whatnot. He could have took that and said, "Oh my God, I found evidence. I found stuff in the Cumberland River," and you know what I'm saying. Grew his channel, like, or whatever he's got, his TikTok channel page, whatever you call it, your TikTok channel or something, whatever the fuck it is.
But he didn't.
No, he didn't. Like the tote, he could have said, "Oh my God, I found something in a tote." You know, he could have took that and ran with it, but he didn't.
Maybe that's why they want to part ways, because he's not trying to find things to get Chris and Katie.
Well, I mean, I think he's just, you know what I'm saying, wanting to part ways because they got their boat and they're doing it how they want to do it, and they no longer need him.
Yeah.
You know, Tony brought his boat up and now they have his boat to use. They don't need Steven and they don't need his boat and they don't need him to do anything, you know, like they got it covered pretty much at this point, I guess. You would think they would let him be there because more eyes to find things, you know, like, and I don't want to be rude or, you know, upset anybody, but trigger warning. I will say, if he's been in the water for 5 months, it's going to be very hard for them to, you know, first of all, know that it's him. And second of all, it's going to be hard. Not to mention, you know, Seth being there, that would be even worse. Honestly, I don't think he should be on these searches, to be honest, because if they find him or they find, you know, him deceased, can he mentally handle that? I mean, can he physically and mentally handle that? That's like with Tara Lynn searching. If she were to come across his remains on her fucking live stream, then what? You have a 15-year-old boy that's been missing on your live stream, deceased, and once it's on the internet, it's on there forever.
Yeah, these people don't think of this, you know.
But yeah, not only that, would she be able to mentally and emotionally handle that?
Right. She's not a trained investigator and stuff. I mean, they even have problems with the things that they find mentally. You know, can you imagine not being trained in that or being, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And wait, somebody said, where's their divers and team? Hold on 1 second. I just seen it go by.
None of it makes sense why they don't want anybody else involved. I don't understand it.
If he's been in the water for 5 months, he would have to be weighted down. Otherwise, he would be floating. Right. What exactly? But I mean, he could be caught on anything or whatever. But just like Riley Strain, I mean, you know, it's not something that his dad, it's going to be awful. I mean, just fucking terrible. You know, I mean, nobody deserves to come across their baby and their child and deceased like that. You know what I mean? It just, and it would break my fucking heart for him or anybody else that had to deal with that or endure that. Like I said, that's why I said, is he mentally and emotionally, you know, able to handle what he might find, what he might see?
Are any of these people emotionally ready for that?
Exactly.
You know,
that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. These people that are actually trained in this stuff and they see this stuff all the time, even they have mental anguish and stuff from this kind of stuff, especially the kid.
Yeah.
I mean, like I used to have a friend who was a mortician. Ugh, what a horrible job. And they said that it wasn't so bad because, you know, people die. It's a normal fact of life. But when the worst part was when children would come in That was horrible because, you know, yeah. They said that was the worst part of their job. They said they could disconnect a little bit with everybody else because, you know, it's a normal part of life. But when kids came in, that's when it hurt real bad. And those are people that deal with that every single day of their lives. And they said it gets emotional when kids come in, you know. So yeah, can you imagine? Oh, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. No, that'd be heartbreaking. All right, here we go.
It doesn't matter what all we're trying to do. None of that should have mattered. Sebastian should have mattered. And at the end, it didn't seem like that's what was going on. It was more of who can give the info first and who knew more than who and who was involved with who. And if you're talking to this person, you can't talk to that person. To me, all that unnecessary drama not needed. So me being a part of, you know, that drama, guess what? It's all there. I think that it's always going to surround Sebastian, unfortunately, you know, and I'll say right here, I'm honest with y'all. I am a part of that drama, right? Because of all the stuff that goes on and people say. But there's other individuals at play. And until all those individuals are away from it also, it will never leave this young man. And it's unfortunate. And you would think that people would have the common courtesy or decency to say, you know what? I'm not doing anything to bring a light to this matter or this young man. I need to step out. But you won't see that happen because people are selfish. At a point, that's what I'm doing now, is saying, hey, I've got to step away from this. It's getting to be a little bit too much more of drama, to be honest with you, and I'm part of that. And I think the best thing for everybody is if I step away. Now, I can actually take my time in what I'm doing because there is another family that needs me right now, and I'm going to go help them. Y'all will learn about it. We're being very cautious on putting it out there. I was actually, honestly, in a joking manner, was asked to be a spokesperson, and I was like, hell to the no. But they knew where I knew where.
He said, hell to the no, hell to the no. Fuck that. I've never even heard of people having a spokesperson when they have a missing child, I guess.
I've heard of families doing that as far as like having a family friend or something talk for them, you know, and I understand that.
Right, like, yeah, a family friend. Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah, or an officer, you know, something like that. But I mean, just to hire somebody like Tony, I've never really seen that.
Like Chris and Katie, they probably would have benefited from a real spokesperson, not somebody like Tony, but somebody like, you know, a family member or a family friend that they trust. They probably would have benefited from one of those, but. Yeah.
And you know what? They very well might have.
Yeah.
Lost mother of one gifted 5 memberships. Thank you. I appreciate you supporting the Hive. If y'all got one, make sure you tell her thank you. Yeah. So it's this. Okay. So who's this guy? This is Stephen Crabtree. This is somebody that Tony hired in the beginning, or I don't think he hired him so much as like
brought him in
and like dubbed him part of the team, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It was Stephen Crabtree and Nina Glass.
But then he said in one of his things that he wasn't working with them. He wasn't part of the team anymore, I guess, but because they brought in Bullhorn Betty.
Wow.
That's what I heard on one of his, and that they were only talking to her, and not, you know, they didn't really need him, but he's just been kind of doing his own thing. No, I watched him a couple of times. I don't really know the guy, but he seems like he's got a heart, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that he does seem like his heart's in it, you know, for the right reasons.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it seemed like it.
All right, here we go.
hopefully it was a joke. But and if you see this, I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, I just want to be a helping hand and a light for these parents that have to go through this. This is traumatic and it's unfortunate. It is very unfortunate what Seth has went through. It's very unfortunate with Chris and Katie. We have to understand Sebastian has 3 parents involved, which is Seth, Katie, his mom, and the stepdad. And given the situation, and no matter the opinions, those are still his parents. And at the end of the day, all this has just been one big giant headache for them, and it's not fair to them. Their son is still not home 5 months after the fact. But anyways, I just wanted to touch base on this, say this is where I stand. I'll always continue to advocate and push for the bringing him home. I think that, and he's left a big impression on my life and my organization, and I'll never forget that. And, it's something that I always continue to advocate and speak of, and I think that his name needs to continue to be pushed out there in a positive way. And hopefully those that are involved with all the dumb stuff will eventually learn that maybe they too should go too. So when I got off my live, I had seen a couple of questions pertaining to.
So there's that.
So he's kind of tired of the BS too.
To be fair, he's the one who gave us those 3 new facts that were fake.
What facts?
Yeah, he's the one that came out and said that the police officer, he called the police and they told him that the last time Sebastian was seen there was a vehicle or something. Remember that? It was a big ass fucking deal. He had to come out and apologize and say he was misunderstood, and it was a big deal. It was a really big fucking deal. People were really upset about that.
Yeah, he's that one that lied. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. And then, of course, like I said, we played Dre's video where he was talking directly to Seth and told him, like, you're going in circles, you know what I mean? Like, you're going in circles, chasing your tail, and you don't even know what you're looking for, kind of thing.
Right.
So, I don't know. I hope he does find somebody that can help him or that's willing to help him, because, I mean, at this point, what are you doing? If you're just out there, I mean, you're going to be busy for fucking years if you're just out there picking stuff out of this fucking river.
Right.
Yeah,
you got to know what you're doing.
Right. And Sebastian was talking. He also said Sebastian was talking to Katie's mom. I wonder if Tony used him. That's kind of what it sounds like. Just like with that Nina Glass or whatever. She said she was getting stuff for a new truck, a new windshield, and new something else. And you guys remember that?
Yeah.
The Nina Glass. All right, let me go find Uncle Taco.
Steven's the one who paid for her to fix her vehicle, if I remember correctly. Somebody had said he was the one that sent her the money.
That was the rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but that was the rumor.
Yeah, I don't know either, but that was the rumor. Just all this stuff is just, God, I don't know. All this stuff is just too much.
Trying to find this interview with Uncle Taco.
Oh boy,
Uncle Taco. Yeah, man, I missed half of it. Somebody was telling me about it. I was like, I gotta go back and listen to that real quick.
Yeah. I just wish I knew what the point of all this is. Them bringing in all these characters and doing all this BS. I don't understand it. Chasing away every professional so you can fuck it up yourself. I just don't understand it. Is it just Seth's ego that he thinks he knows everything? Or what is it? I don't know. Him trying to align people that will go against Chris and Katie. I don't know. But I know it was right after Chloe said that she really believes that he just ran away is when Seth got rid of her. So once she got off the Chris and Katie did it, he wanted her gone. So, and that was about the time when BHB came on the scene too. So that might have had something to do with it also. Yeah. Just
All right, we got her.
All right. I'm just sitting here.
Do you want me to start at the beginning of it, or do you want to start in the middle?
Wherever you want to start.
Where I left off, or you want to start in the middle of it?
Just wherever you want to start. That's fine.
We'll try to do it at 1.25 and see if we can understand him.
Okay. Trailer park.
Okay, because I mean it is kind of low. I know that. I know he talks a little bit low.
I'm trying.
Okay, you guys let me know if you can hear it. Okay, and I'll mute.
No, I'm trying not to speak a lot, man. My bad.
Well, you try not to speak a lot for what reason, baby?
I don't get tongue tied. I don't get to talk a lot. I'm an old.
Okay, that's okay. Hey, I understand a lot of men don't like talking. All right, Mr. Taco. Okay, Mr. Taco, you're going to have to explain yourself thoroughly. How you know these people, how long you've known them. Somebody wants to know, do you know Katie? How long you've known Katie, the boy child? And what I wanted to know is, I'm going to grill you because I don't really like getting into all this, he said, she said type stuff, because in the end, some going to believe you, some ain't. I'm not here to argue about nothing. All I want to know is, what was your motive for going to T-Ref? That's what I want to know.
One thing, I have a fan who wants to say hello.
Okay. Well, okay. The dog don't look like he want to talk.
That's all she does is sit there and lays and stares at me. That's funny. She's hungry all the time.
It's a girl.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Well, hello.
That's my baby girl, Proxima.
Okay, hi.
Don't get up, Goofy. All right, yeah. So the reason why I called T-Rev that night, because my friend Seth, he was upset because the girl he was trying to.
Thank you.
This is already starting off interesting, ain't it? I feel like I need to watch this from the beginning because I might have missed some stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. And
it's been a while since we watched
listen, she talks loud like I talk loud. Like some of us do have loud voices. Like I know mine's deep and shit too. It sounds manly. Yeah. so she's one of those two, like earbud warning for sure. So I'll try to put it
I'm
down.
a loud talker too, so
yes, and I'll try to do like a happy medium. Hopefully it'll not be so loud in y'all's ears.
That's all I wanted to damn know. I wanted to damn know is why you called me, because you knew.
Jump in there.
Yeah, because you knew, didn't you? You knew, didn't you, Taco? Bingo card.
Why people were being punked. That's all.
Thank you. Break it down.
Yeah, right there. He said, because I know a lot of people are being punked. A whole lot of people are being fucking punked. I do remember him saying that right there, and that caught my attention as soon as he said that. And she said, thank you. Thank you. So.
You knew didn't you, because you damn know. All I wanted to damn know is why you called me, because you knew. Because you knew.
Jumped in there.
Yeah, because you knew, didn't you? You knew, didn't you, Taco? Bingo card.
Why people were being punks. That's all.
Thank you. Break it down.
No, he says why people are being punks. They go lightly here. She says,
yeah, I heard punks too.
Loud and manly. So I'm always mistaken for a man on the phone all the time. I mean, it happens. It is what it is. I guess that just happens with voices like ours, right?
Right.
All right, here we go.
Damn, you got the floor. I ain't got nothing else to say.
I just don't understand why, if someone's trying to court somebody and you creep in on it, or if the courting wasn't even needed because you were already involved, why play with people's hearts? Because right now he don't need people playing with his heart. He needs companionship and friendship.
I got to mod my own chat.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So, can you tell us what Seth told you about Michaela and his relationship with her, or you cannot speak on that?
I'll be honest with you. Seth thought he had something going there.
Okay, thank you.
And that right there, in my opinion, is why I do believe that he did give her that money. Because he legit thought he had something going there. And he obviously told Taco that as well.
Yep.
You know, he legit thought that that they had something together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's why he was so angry and upset too, with T-Rev. But here we go.
Thank you. That's what was told to me.
They went to South Carolina together, right?
Okay, but that's what was told to me by someone, that he did like her and that he did think he was dating her. So now I have confirmation by a second person, which is you, that he thought he was dating her. So that's enough for me.
So confirmation on me, Seth, Katie, and Sebastian.
Georgia. Kingsland, Georgia.
Down there in St. Mary's, Georgia. Right next door to Kingsland, Georgia. We live in a trailer park.
Can you speak up? Can you turn your volume up just a little bit? I think my volume's a little bit low. Sorry.
My bad. Am I just mumbling too much? Is that better?
No. I just want to make sure the volume's up, because I've got mine turned up pretty loud on the computer. That's why I make sure everybody can hear you. Okay.
So the deal is I was a maintenance guy in a trailer park, and Seth was a tenant. And me and Seth ended up having numerous things that were related that we like to do. So we started talking like people do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every morning I rolled around the trailer park to check my trailer park. Everybody lined up to smoke. I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest. Smoke pot.
Okay.
I mean, I drove by. Everybody wanted to smoke blunts. They handed me blunts. We smoked. We had fun. I mean, it was a great trailer park.
Okay.
I guess you would call it a coffee club. We all had coffee together in the morning.
Okay.
But, you know, the deal is that we all rode around. Everything was, I rode around as a maintenance guy. Everybody did their thing. We all, on my off time. Me and Seth were friends. My daughter watched Sebastian while he was 2.
How old was Sebastian when your daughter was watching him?
2.
2. Okay.
A kid, a wild hair. He was.
So he was 2 then. He's 15 now. So that'd be 13 years that he's known them, allegedly. So, and his daughter,
it makes me feel a little bit better. It makes me feel a little bit better about this guy, because at first we didn't know all that. And we were like, what is this guy, just somebody that he plays with online? Or, you know, at first we were like, what the hell, you know?
And being a maintenance man, he would help me under the sink and try to tinker with my head with wrenches and tap me and have fun. But I didn't care. It was my friend's kid. You know what I mean?
So how did you meet him again?
Being a maintenance man.
Maintenance man down in Georgia.
Yeah, I fixed shit. My bad. I fixed stuff.
Okay, so what was Seth doing for employment at that time?
I believe at that time he was working at Express Scripts.
As a what?
At Express Scripts.
What's that?
Caremark. It's a pharmacy, PBM, mail order pharmacy.
Pharmacy benefit manager.
So look at CVS. That's Caremark. That's that company right there.
Okay.
They do military prescriptions.
Military prescriptions and mail order, like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay, so YouTube.
So yeah, I mean, that's a long time. I mean, that is a long time to know him, I guess. I mean, 13 years, that's,
yeah,
you know, a legit amount of time, I guess.
Yeah, but like I said, when he first came on the scene, it was like, who the hell is this creep, you know?
Yeah, that's, I mean, yeah, that's, I thought the same thing. I'm like, where the hell did he come from?
you know?
What the hell, where did he come from? Why is
Yeah.
he, what is he doing? You know, but I still feel like, Seth asked him to come out and do an interview, or you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he asked him to come out and talk.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Another
You know?
distraction. Yeah, I don't understand all of this.
Well, I don't either. I mean, and I don't even think it was like a distraction. I just think that basically he asked him to come out and, you know what I'm saying, talk about, you know, them playing the game and how his daughter babysat, and basically, you know what I'm saying, kind of confirm the things that Seth was saying.
Yeah. That's true, yeah.
You know, just, well, that's what it seemed like. I said, that's what it seemed like to me, and I could be wrong. I mean, you know, it is what it is. We all got our different opinions. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like
I agree.
like, hey, will you go on here? You know what I'm saying? Will you go on here and talk? Because I mean, I'm so sick of dealing with these people, you know, and they keep talking shit or whatever, you know. I guess I could just hear him as a friend say,
Yeah.
will you go on here and let them know? We've known each other for a long time. You know, your daughter used to babysit Seb, you know. Like, I could just hear a conversation in my head like that, you know.
And his wife is against Chris and Katie, so that's another thing.
Yeah.
Aunt Burrito or whatever they were calling her.
13 years, but found out Sebastian was missing through the news. Oh, no.
Well,
damn.
Maybe they don't talk that often.
Well, yeah, that or they could have drifted apart, you know.
Well, no, I don't think so, because he says they play online all the time. So, and he said that, I think in one of the interviews, I don't know if it was this one or what, but he said he talked to him all the time. So, yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Who knows?
Okay, friends. Okay.
We get so many stories.
Okay. So you all have kept in contact all these years since the boy was 2.
Yeah.
What do you know about his relationship with Katie? Can you speak on that, or you can't speak?
Man, no, that whole situation, I'm on the sidelines as being a friend. I don't have nothing to hide, you know?
Okay.
Again, Seth and Katie moved to California, right?
Okay.
Things happen. I guess this is when Chris Proudfoot showed up in the scene and swindled her off her feet.
Okay.
And then they had their little relationship. Seth and Katie ended up separating.
Yeah.
Seth was homeless.
Okay, yeah, he told us that.
And, you know, he worked his way up. You know, I'm proud of that guy. He worked his way up, got him a place, got his relationship back.
Because some comments have been very negative about him, that he's lazy, he didn't want to work. What do you have to say about that commentary?
He's a motivator. If the states didn't feel like he had the right to have the rights to his child, they wouldn't have given it to him.
Okay.
That's not me.
I'm letting you talk.
Did you hear that?
I believe he's a driver, and I believe he has to drive. You know, so a lot of people don't have that.
He said got his relationship back with Sebastian.
You know what? Let me rewind that because it slipped right on by.
Mm-hmm.
Output showed up in the scene.
Okay.
And
what do you know about his relationship with Katie? Can you speak on that, or you can't speak?
Man, no, that whole situation, I'm on the sidelines as being a friend. I don't have nothing to hide, you know?
Okay.
Again, Seth and Katie moved to California, right?
Okay.
Things happen. I guess this is when Chris Proudfoot showed up in the scene and swindled her off her feet.
Okay.
Do I need to go back further?
Nope.
Do I need to go back further?
Keep going.
Okay.
And they
No,
had
I
their
think
little
it's gonna
relationship.
come up.
Seth and Katie ended up separating.
Yeah.
Seth was homeless.
Okay, yeah, he told us that.
And he worked his way up. I'm
Yes.
proud of that guy. He worked his way up, got him a place, got his
Yeah,
relationship back.
because some comments have been very negative about him, that he's lazy, he didn't want to work. What do you have to say about that comment?
He's a motivator. If the states didn't feel like he had the right to have the rights to his child, they wouldn't have given it to him.
Okay.
Well, yeah, remember the judge told him he was abusive in California, I believe, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was California.
Yeah.
And he came out and said that himself. Like he came out and said that in one of the interviews.
Yeah.
Okay, you said it was right there.
To show why. Yeah, it was. Well, she was talking. She was talking, almost talking over him, and he said he got his relationship back with Sebastian right after he said he moved his way up or something. I'm proud of him, and he got his relationship back with Sebastian. He said she was kind of talking over him at that point, and yeah. But it just goes to show you why all these memories of his and pictures and everything else are from California. Makes sense, right?
Yeah. All right, let's see if we got this, because I think I went back far enough now.
I've got him a place, got his
Yes.
Seth was homeless.
Got his place.
Okay, yeah, he told us that.
Yeah, he said, okay, Seth was homeless.
And he worked his way up. I'm proud of that guy. He worked his way up, got him a place, got his relationship back.
Because some people,
right there, got his relationship back with Sebastian.
Yeah.
So, did they have like a fallout, or was Sebastian upset with him? Huh.
I don't know. Or maybe from when they moved from California, because it was, the timeline never adds up with me. The timeline has always been confusing to me, because how long did they live in? Did they move from California to Tennessee?
Sorry, I didn't mean to click that. What'd you say? How long did he wait?
That's okay. I mean, how long from when they moved back from Tennessee, or moved to Tennessee? Because then Seth said it took him 4 months to get over to Tennessee. So why would he? Okay, so if it only took him 4 months, that would only be 4 months. So that doesn't mean, how would he lose his relationship with Sebastian? So yeah, I'm just wondering what that means. If it was only 4 months.
It's an odd way to say it. He got his relationship back with Sebastian.
Right.
He lost it or something. Like he wasn't allowed to have a relationship with him or something. You know what I mean? That's what it sounds like to me anyways.
Yeah. Because I've heard Chris in the past say something about father should be with his kid or whatever, something along those lines. So yeah, I wonder if after the divorce, Katie kept Sebastian away from Seth for a while, because there was all that about him abusing Seth and stuff, Sebastian. And I wonder if that played into it, and he had like a restraining order or something against him, or he couldn't see Sebastian for a while. It sounds like it was even longer than just the move,
Yeah, the chat says Catherine said not a good sign. Chris and Katie helped Seth.
Yeah.
Wow, is so disrespectful. Big, let's see here. He's telling us the same story CP did on a different timeline. CP said they helped Seth move here and told him to get a job in Tennessee to be closer to Sebastian.
Yep.
14-year-old babysitter Seth ran to Oklahoma.
I'm not. That's why this timeline has always been so goddamn confusing to me, because, it sounds like it wasn't that long that he wasn't in Tennessee. But then again, why didn't he ever? Yeah, nonsense. Where's your whiteboard? Get in there.
That's it. Nonsense. Break out the whiteboard.
I guess maybe I'm gonna have to go back and watch her.
With all the dates and all the, you know what I mean? All that. I'm like, that's too
Yeah,
much.
the timeline is really confusing to me.
Because it's like they moved from Georgia to Tennessee to Georgia back to Tennessee. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, that sounds like that was before Chris Proudfoot, the Georgia and everything. But who knows? I don't know.
Katie got primary custody, yet Seth made her out to be an absent mom while he was a full-time dad. Yeah, he made it sound like she took off and left. He made it sound like she had delivered Sebastian and basically healed and left. Like, he made it sound like he took care of him full-time, like he was a full-time dad by himself, no help. You know, like,
yeah, while she was deployed. It's like she was fighting a war. Hello. You know, she was deployed.
Yeah, and not only that, though, they didn't even find out he was autistic until he was like, what'd she say, 12 or 13? Which, don't get me wrong, obviously he was having, you know, things go on when he was younger, you know, just by them talking about the things that he would do and whatnot. I'm sure it did contribute to it, you know?
Yeah. Right. Yep.
I don't know, when I guess my outlook on Seth changed when I was reading the what is it, the affidavit or RO or whatever it was that was put out first about him in the swimming suit and him in the swimming trunks, where he told Sebastian to clean his room. Yeah. Sebastian didn't clean his room. He went in there and he told Sebastian to clean his room, and Sebastian had dumped out a tote of Legos or a container of Legos or something onto the floor, and it pissed him off. And he said he went and put his swimming trunks on and basically walked past Sebastian's room several times back and forth. And when Sebastian was like, well, where are you going or whatever, he was like, I'm going to the pool without you. I'm going to the pool without you or whatever. You know? Yeah. He's like, you want to clean your room so you don't get to go. Blah, 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 you know? Which upset Sebastian, causing him to have, you know, an outburst.
Yep.
Which I believe at the time was when it was allegedly where he said Sebastian fell into his hand.
Yeah. Allegedly.
I'm not sure if it's from the same incident or not, but when he was doing the whole taunting him and teasing him about the swimming pool thing, and where he was like, you can't go swimming if, you know what I'm saying? You know, you're not going to go swimming and if you don't get ready. And
yeah, he completely taunted him and everything. Yeah, he wasn't. But
okay. Yeah. All right. Here we go. We'll get it going again. I'll get it playing. Sorry, y'all.
Lazy. He didn't want to work. What do you have to say about that commentary?
He's a motivator. If the states didn't feel like he had the right to have the rights to his child, they wouldn't have given it to him.
Okay.
That's not me.
I'm letting you talk.
I believe he's a driver, and I believe he has to drive. You know, so a lot of people don't have that.
So, did you know of him to keep a job continuously or not while being a father?
I know of him as when he did have a job to hold that job, and he's very reliable to that job.
Okay, his relationship with his son, was he a good father? Did he take care of his child? Did he seem to care for his child?
And when they came to see us, he was the happiest kid in the world. That's not just because he's out in the world, because he loves it.
Yeah,
him and his dad has a relationship that a lot of families don't have.
Okay. So, no, you're fine.
Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad. I'm just gonna.
So, You called T-Rev basically to what? See how T-Rev was going to react with you calling in?
Yeah, just to push up on him a little bit.
That's what I thought. Hey, I keep trying to tell people, Queen 53, I've been in the world. I ain't no dodo bird.
Hey, I'm 53.
He said, hey, I'm 53. Like, I'm 53 too.
He looks older than 53,
that's why? Why would his employer do that for Katie? Did they work someplace? I am Bear. Let's see. What's she saying? What did I miss here? Due to Katie's divorce claims, that's what I said. That's what I said. Are you talking about what I said when I made the comment he was fired? Okay, hold on. He was fired because his employer had to put a restraining order on him. That's what Audacity said. And I think you responded to her, or was you responded to me? Oh, you were responding to her here. Okay. And momming it up. Sorry, I thought I missed something here. Hold on. It wasn't for Katie. Okay. It wasn't for Katie. It was for Seth and his temper. His employer themselves put an RO on him. What Audacity? What employer? Do you know?
I think she's talking about when they were in Georgia. I think he was. He did something to Katie during their break or something. I remember he was like. I don't remember. Uncle Taco talks about it in one of the interviews. I don't remember if it's this one or. I think. But anyways, I thought Uncle Taco talked about it, but he did something to Katie during their break. I don't know if they worked together or what, or she just went to see him or something, but it was something in the break room and he was really mean to her or whatever, and he got in trouble at work. I remember hearing, I thought it was Uncle Taco that talked about it.
See, it's things like that I don't fucking like.
Right. Well, it sounds like he's a hothead. And he's abusive, allegedly.
All right, baby, we ready? We'll keep it going here. Hold. I'm going to put it back to 1.25 unless you think it's too fast. Should I leave it on normal or speed it up?
No, we can speed it up.
Okay.
Aries.
It's up to the chat, really.
Well, I'm Aquarius.
Yes, and we did an earbud warning too, so people know that it's loud. I mean, I guess you guys expect that because sometimes we get loud and obnoxious over here too, so, you know. All right, here we go.
Whoa, that's my wife. That's crazy.
I tell people, Queen have been in the world. I said, Queen recognized game. I said, if this man is legit, he called to see how T-Rev was going to react to him calling in, because T-Rev danced around everything you said. That's what made me think that you were real, because he never responded to anything such as you about going to dinner. He never responded. He talked about the drama. He's a part of the drama, but he refuses to accept responsibility that he's part of this bullshit that's playing out on YouTube.
And we were just trying to light it up and try to get
and you lit it up. And I'm glad you called in, because he's a part of this shit and he don't want to own it.
No, not at all. He wants to start a fire and back out.
Exactly. But isn't that what a fire starter do? They want to watch their handiwork.
They want to sit back and admire their work.
Exactly. Watch the flames. Watch the flames go up.
Isn't that convenient, Shady?
And he ha ha, like, look at me, I'm over here. I started the fire.
Right? Look at me, I planted people to make people.
Or make community posts with a bunch of dead bees talking about how well they sleep at night, you know, that kind of shit after they start a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Make people fall off what's in their focus and shit like that. You know?
Exactly. Let me ask you this. The last time you talked to Seth was when?
Yesterday.
How is he doing in your opinion?
Terrible.
Oh.
See, you said yesterday. When's the last time you talked to Seth? Yesterday?
Okay. He's hurting. He's going through, he's trying. Right now, he's got downtime because he's not working, right? They're not allowing him to work because of the short term and everything else is going on with his neck and everything else.
Oh, I see. Okay. So his health is declining?
Very much so. He's been out there. He's been pushing himself too hard. I've been trying to tell him to calm down. I've been trying to take his place, but I can't quit my work to go out there to help him.
I'm saying,
Lord, people won't want me out there right now. I swear
bills
to God.
to pay. You got bills to pay. So I
got my family. I got my. You saw my dog and my wife. I got things to take care of.
Wow.
My 6 grandchildren. You know what I mean? It's
I heard
expensive being a grandfather.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So Seth is not doing well mentally and physically. And
wait. Mentally, I think he's sharpened to the T. That's the problem I have right now.
No, I mean like distraught because the child's missing is what I mean.
But putting him on focus. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
You give me this distraught to put him on point. It takes pressure to make me get focused, to make me.
I don't know, Britt. Somebody in the chat is asking, did T-Rev get the lady?
What did he just say? You got him on the spot? Let me see what
I didn't catch it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So Seth is not doing well mentally and physically. And
wait. Mentally, I think he's sharpened to the T. That's the problem I have right now.
No, I mean like distraught because the child's missing is what I mean.
But putting him on focus. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
You give me this distraught to put him on point.
Quit putting him on focus. You're getting me distracted. Putting him on point. What the hell does that mean? What the fuck is he talking about?
I don't know.
Back it up one more time. Back it up, Tara. Back it up, Tara. Hold on. Let's hear this again.
Physically. And
wait. Mentally?
Wait. Mentally. Here we go. Okay. Matter of fact, let me just slow it down to normal speed here so we can all hear what he says. All right. Here we go. Y'all listen. Ears open. Listen.
Mentally, I think he's sharpened to the T. That's the problem I have right now.
No, I mean like distraught because the child's missing is what I mean.
But putting him on focus. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
You give me this distraught to put him on point. It takes pressure to make me get focused, to make me.
I don't know, Britt. Somebody in the chat is asking, did T.
Okay, he was distraught mentally, of course. But something needs to put him on focus. I don't understand that part. I mean, he's talking about him being distraught, which obviously he is.
Yes.
But that put him on focus, I don't understand that part. I don't know what he means.
I have no idea what
understand it.
Well, I don't think so. I don't think anybody in here. Let's see here if there's anybody in here. Anybody that got it. Let's see. At least she doesn't have a high-pitched voice. I'd rather hear it loud and low than loud and high. Yeah. All right. Did anybody understand what he was talking about, though? About her having him on point and being just,
focused?
Did anybody catch what he was talking about? Let's see what she's talking about. He didn't work on base. He got them kicked out. Okay, so he got them kicked out of base housing. He didn't work. He got the job after she filed for divorce. Yeah, he got the job as at the sheriff's office or whatever after she filed for divorce, right? Like that's when Chris put him.
The divorce was in California, as I understand, and then they moved to Tennessee, and then Seth said it took him 4 months to get to Tennessee, or to be able to afford to go to Tennessee or whatever. And then I remember him saying 4 months, and then it was Chris who got him or told him about the job at the sheriff's office. And then he was going to quit and because he couldn't handle it, he said. But then Chris talked to him and got him to keep going with it. But somebody in the Runs with Scissors, I think, said in the chat earlier, said that it was in Georgia. They both worked at Caremark or whatever, or Express Scripts or whatever it was, and he assaulted her in the break room, and that's why he got fired there.
Ah, gotcha. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Glory says yes, mentally fine, physically he is not. Taco doesn't want mentally brought up. Well, I mean,
maybe.
He's up there talking to him, so things are gonna get, or I'm saying he's up there talking to the ladies, so things are gonna get brought up.
And I don't think they got kicked. I didn't think they got kicked out of their housing. I know he got kicked off a base. Seth got kicked off a base one time because he went after the doctor or something. I remember the counselor or something, but I don't remember them saying he got kicked out of housing. I could be wrong, but I don't remember that part.
Now see what? How ridiculous.
To scam him out of money or scam money. I don't know about that.
I don't know. I'm not there.
Yeah, he wouldn't know that.
There was a statement that was made by T-Rev that he got back with his girl. So I'm wondering if him and her had already dated in the past.
And she was just trying to get info.
Wait, slow down. Wait.
My wife is thinking that the girl was planting in Seth's life to try to get deep information.
Out of who?
Seth.
That's what I think.
Oh, so your wife thinks that T-Rev and her knew each other before the child went missing.
Right.
Well, we've thought about that. That they knew each other. Some people in the chat were telling me maybe she was a mod before, and that when the child went missing, he got involved in the case covering it. He reached out to Seth, or Seth reached out to him. He befriended Seth, however it went. And then this Kayla girl was already on board, and he used her to get close to Seth.
Right, a wedge.
A wedge. Okay, I got you. Wow.
Dirty shit. Because she was in the background talking like, yeah, that's Uncle Taco. I've seen him talk to Seth. Yeah. And it was just like, come on. For real? You're over there watching me after you just got done watching me and Seth, and you're going to be there with T-Rev watching me.
What the hell? And what the hell does he mean she was watching him, like playing the game?
Well, I claimed that right away when T-Rev and her got together. I said that she was using Seth as trying to get information or whatever out of him, acting like they were a girlfriend and boyfriend to get information out of him.
Yeah.
And then when T-Rev came into town, they got together. Well, I said that I figured that they were together already, either like an online relationship or something, because, I mean, it was like, couple days after he got to town, they got together and she dumped Seth. I think that was all planned, honestly. I coined that right away.
Yeah, you did. You sure did.
That was, she was using him for something.
All right, here we go.
Wait a minute. Where did she do that at?
She was in the background when I called T-Rev.
Oh, so he's still down here in Tennessee. See, I live here in Tennessee too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when I called into his show, she was in the room.
Wow. So he's still here. Well,
yeah, I don't know if he's still there.
That was 3 weeks.
That was 3 weeks ago.
Oh, 3 weeks ago when this happened. Okay. See, I was wondering what happened with this. When did you all speak? Because allegedly that guy smoking him and falling out. So that's what I was asking the chat. When was this conversation recorded, and when did he fall out with the smoke guy?
Right after the conversation, and then they got right back together.
So him and Smoke are back friends?
No, they're not.
They're not friends?
No.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. My wife is the one who watches and monitors it. I just get a bunch of.
Well, look, if I was you, I'd keep up with something else because this is a hot butter mess, baby.
Man, it is a mess.
This is a hot butter mess.
I do get in.
Yeah, it's.
She said a hot butter mess. It's a hot butter mess.
I agree with her.
I do too. It is.
It's all disingenuous. I don't think a lot of these people who have invested themselves in the case, they don't care anything about Seth, the children,
It's all about money.
Sebastian. They don't care.
It's all about the money.
Yes, all about the money.
See, I was watching Boots and Rivers or Boots.
He said Boots and Rivers.
This guy's a weirdo.
Where's Butters? I don't even know, honestly. Everybody's from Tennessee. Yeah, a lot of these people. I mean, a lot of these people are. Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, things like that. Places like that. All right, here we go.
Boots and Boats. Remember that episode? So they were Boots and Boats.
We need Rowena to translate.
And they come up on a gigantic, 10-foot culvert, a big tunnel under, I guess it used to be a road, a culvert, but it was dark. And they walked up to it. And they got.
He's saying a culvert. A culvert. Okay, let's see here. What's he talking about? Underground?
They were going down a river. And they come up on a gigantic, 10-foot culvert, a big tunnel under, I guess it used to be a road, a culvert, but it was dark. And they walked up to it. And then they got silent. They got quiet, like they never want to say nothing about it. JLR and all them.
Oh, yeah. I don't care for any of them. I don't watch any of that shit.
I thought it was straight junk. Cause it was
it's all junk. All this searching on the ground, looking in parks. First.
Okay, here she goes. She about to be. She feels the same way we do about the whole searching shit.
First of all, we don't know where the child is.
Like on camera searching thing. Not like the actual searches, but, the searches.
So we're at a point in the juncture where you're going out here looking and fucking around with mattresses and all this old dumb shit. You don't know where he is. You don't know if he's alive or deceased. What is the point to it all? Law enforcement are the only ones that would have any inkling to where the child is. So they're the ones that should be on the ground looking, in my opinion, because we're so far along now, you wouldn't know where to look if indeed it's foul play. You see what I'm saying?
Bottom line, the whole coordination and search shouldn't be done by civilians. It should be
done by
the
law
enforcement agency.
Exactly. They tell you that. They don't want people searching for the very reason that people get lost in the wilderness. This is why you don't need to be out here looking around. They don't want you even helping when they have a real search because they don't want anything to happen to you.
Right. They don't want the crime scene disrupted.
Exactly.
It's just handled wrong. And for so many days, Sebastian is either out there surviving. I tried to tell them all to look at the homeless camps. They're like, we did. I was like, if the homeless camp saw an abused child, they're not going to tell you he's there, y'all.
Oh, okay. Really? Okay.
And the only way you're going to see him is if you move the fucking camp.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he's in the neighborhood in a homeless encampment, he's thriving. And he's silent. Get me? Because they can't communicate. And they're going to keep him quiet because they saw him hurt. And if Chris Proudfoot hurt him,
well, let me ask you something.
Or Katie hurt him. And
let me ask you something. What do you think of what you've heard on YouTube, if you've paid attention? What do you think of the Proudfoots and the relationship with Sebastian Rogers?
I don't like the way the Proudfoots raised their son.
Okay.
You can just look at their son, Chris, and you can see that.
No, Chris is a Proudfoot.
Chris is a Proudfoot.
She's talking about Chris and Katie.
Chris and Katie. Are you talking about Chris and Katie?
Yes, sir.
The unaccountability is loud as fuck.
Say what?
Sorry for cussing. Katie's unaccountability.
Okay.
Now, see, I feel like, how does he have any nerve to be speaking on this at all?
Right.
I mean, like I said, that's just my opinion, but I don't see how he has any right to be speaking on Katie.
Right. And in past interview, he was talking. His wife was bellowing about Chris and Katie being guilty and blah blah blah. And it's like, how the hell do you know?
I'll tell you what, man. All right, here we go.
You can't wake up the next morning and say, "Where's my kid?" Oh, he's missing. He might have went for a walk. Come on, man.
Okay.
Without his shoes, I know he don't go outside without shoes.
Okay.
I was there when he got it with the ants.
Okay.
Literally on the porch with his dad. No, I was on my golf cart. And I told him, Sebastian, that might not be smart. And he went over there and did it.
Okay.
So it's just, Sebastian went and left without his cell phone. What kid's going to leave the house without a cell phone?
Yeah. I talked to a kid on the spectrum yesterday at the mall, and he's like, I can't see him going out without the phone for whatever reason.
That's impossible, man. That's his life.
I mean,
unless he just thought he was just going out to meet somebody real quick and coming back.
Yeah. What if they just said, go ahead and hop on in. Don't worry about it. Leave your phone there so you can't be tracked.
Yeah. Yep.
Fine.
Yeah, if it was somebody he knew.
Yeah.
He went out all right. I think he went out on somebody's shoulder in a trunk of a car.
You think what, baby?
I think he went out on someone's shoulder or in a trunk of a car.
A trunk of a car? Like, how about he never made it home?
Well, I think he made it home, but I think he was never able to leave the garage.
Uh-huh.
And he argued with his mama, and his mama probably put him in a fucking unknowing chokehold and choked him out too hard.
So what?
What?
Jesus Christ. Sorry. What an idiot.
What? Rewind, Terlin. Back it up.
For whatever
reason. Possible, man. That's his life. Lifeline.
Yeah.
He went out all right. I think he went out on somebody's shoulder in a trunk of a car.
You think what, baby?
I think he went out on someone's shoulder or in a trunk of a car.
A trunk of a car? Like, how about he never made it home?
Well, I think he made it home, but I think he was never able to leave the garage.
Uh-huh.
And he argued with his mama, and his mama probably put him in a fucking unknowing chokehold and choked him out too hard.
So what? So let me ask you something. You've heard these conversations from a neighbor that the child.
Good God.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just I'm just.
Yeah. Me too.
What the fuck?
But it doesn't surprise me. Like I said, when he was on one of his interviews with somebody, his wife kept spouting out shit in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Against Chris and Katie.
I talked to a kid on the spectrum yesterday. At the mall, and he's like, I can't see him going out without the phone.
Look at his fucking eyes. Look at the way he's like, no. Sorry, I had my little walked up to talk to me. Look at his ass. Look at his eyes. Like fucking huge. Like he's really into telling us. But yeah, an unknowing chokehold. Did his mom have training regarding ASD behavioral interventions? Anyone know? She would know how to help him, I think. Yeah, I'm not even sure why the hell he even said that. I'm still confused on that.
I think as far as her, I don't think they knew a whole lot about autism because he was just diagnosed, a year before he went missing, it sounds like. So I think this was all new to them. I think, and that's another thing. I think possibly he might have been getting like med adjustments and stuff like that still, and if Seth was screwing around with meds at his house, who knows? If the poor kid was spiraling or what?
All right. Here we go. Let's try to see if I think this comes up right now.
Oh, for whatever reason.
Possible, man. That's his lifeline.
Yeah.
He went out all right. I think he went out on somebody's shoulder in a trunk of a car.
You think what, baby?
He thinks he went out on somebody's shoulder in the trunk of a car? Lord Taco. Okay.
I think he went out on someone's shoulder or in a trunk of a car.
A trunk of a car? Like, how about he never made it home?
Well, I think he made it home, but I think he was never able to leave the garage.
Uh-huh.
And he argued with his mama, and his mama probably put him in a fucking unknowing chokehold and choked him out too hard.
So what? So let me ask you something. You heard these conversations from a neighbor that the child slept on a mattress, pressure washed. Do you believe any of those allegations, Taco?
I've heard really fucking close family members upset about the same situation but couldn't prove it.
Say what?
Other family members discussing that they've heard it but couldn't prove it.
Other family members such as who?
The only other family member, Seth. I'm sorry. Seth Rogers was.
Once again, talking out of his ass. What the hell?
Say what?
Other family members discussing that they've heard it but couldn't prove it.
Other family members such as who?
The only other family member, Seth. I'm sorry. Seth Rogers was worried and concerned about that fact. He couldn't wait for his son to come to him.
Okay. See, this is where a lot of us are troubled. If Seth told the public that his son told him he did not want to go back. So what we're puzzled is, why would he let him go back to Katie and Chris's house if he thought they were abusing the child? Did he even talk to them about why the child wouldn't want to go back? When did the child tell him that? See, I don't have all that information and I'm curious.
I think it was just windows of opportunity. Like Seth did have a job and he's a hard worker.
Okay.
He's not just he can't just leave his job for some. I believe he would just up and leave his job for no reason, but it doesn't seem like his demeanor. It seems like he's really into his job.
Yeah, that's well, he should be.
He's a family man. He's a family man. He's got to support things, right?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, his son allegedly told him he didn't want to go back to their house. What we're trying to figure out, some of us, is what happened in that conversation after the son told him that. Did he approach the Proudfoots with that information? Hey, my son says he doesn't want to go back. Why not? That's what I'm curious. That's what I want Seth to answer.
I believe Seth wants.
Yeah, this guy, yeah, no, fuck's sakes, look, I'm a real family man, and you can still hear his wife in the background talking shit. Oh, Miss Cheesy Weeze, I didn't even realize you weren't even up here. What you doing, chick? You're still muted, babe.
Sorry, I lost you. I got a phone call, so I.
Hold on. Just Robin says, I'll never believe. Hold on. I'll never believe Sebastian wanted to live with Seth. You know what? I have a very hard time believing that he wanted to go live with him.
Yeah. Well, it sounded like it was complete chaos living with him.
Right. Well, and with him working the schedules, he was working log 12 to 14 hours a day, and him having to be home alone with the internet and social media at his fingertips. It's not hard to, you know what I'm saying, talk to people on there. Especially as a 15-year-old boy.
Right.
All right. Here we go.
Wanted to, but in terms, if you turn around on a man's point of view, a man really doesn't have a right.
Regardless. What you mean you don't have a right? Yes, he does.
A man has to fight for his rights here. If a wife says you're going to have to wait for this time to get him, Seth is going to have to wait.
I'm confused. Wait a minute.
As in Katie, if Katie says you can have Sebastian this date, Seth ain't going to argue and fight because of the way their demeanor is. You get me? Oh, well, I'm not going to let him go now. And Seth is knowing his son is being abused.
Okay, what I'm saying is, my child tells me they don't want to go back. I'm going to ask my child what happened, how long they've been feeling this way, and before I send my child back over there, I'm going to go call the parents and say, hey, my child told me this. Do you see where I'm going?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not. Wait.
What Seth said was, he told Sebastian that as soon as school was out, he was coming to his house. that they would deal with whatever he felt was happening at that time.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy because Seth has no, like, he's very hardworking and he's very focused, but I believe Seth is very driven, and if he gets mad enough.
Yeah, but look where we are now. Listen to what your wife just said. It's too late. It's too late. But it's too late. I coulda, woulda, shoulda. The boy is gone.
He's gone.
So imagine.
He's gone a while.
So let me ask the wife. Do you know when he had that conversation with Sebastian?
We were told it was a Thursday.
It was like Thursday prior.
Thursday before he went missing is what we were told.
Thursday before he went missing.
Do you believe that? But do you believe that?
I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I'm not really sure what happened.
What about the wife? Wife, do you believe it?
We caught on to Sebastian's disappearance 2 weeks after his missing.
I'm asking the wife. Do you believe that he told the father that the Thursday beforehand?
I'm not sure. Because when I spoke to Seth about it, Seth's been so distraught that I pick bits and pieces out that I understand what he means. And then I wait till later when I talk to Seth to clarify something. So I can always.
Here we go. Let's see.
Always clarify things with Seth.
Yeah, but my thing is this.
God, man, she's so fucking loud.
She is.
It's like it'll blast you when you're not ready. If you're not ready, look out.
Right?
I don't like a.
I know, and I'm a loud person. And I think
you want to assume.
I know, and there's no way to turn her mic down. Like it's like you know what I'm saying. You want to. I want to turn her mic down just a little bit. Can't you know what I mean? Because if I turn it down, it turns him down, and he's real quiet and soft spoken as it is.
Yeah.
Like I just had something I was gonna say, and before I even had a chance to say it, she like started talking, and it fucking caught me off guard, and I forgot what I was gonna say.
Who did what and said what? I think it's best to ask a person directly. When the child told you this, when did he tell you? And I want to know the proximity to when the child went missing. So let's think about that for just a second. A child tells the father, I don't want to go back home on a Thursday. He goes missing at least by Sunday or Monday. You don't find that strange?
100% strange.
Okay.
We have a bunch of visits with our grandchildren. We have one particularly that doesn't want to go to any house he has to go to. He wants to stay at Nana's house because this is the Freedom House. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I have that same scenario, but he hasn't come up missing because of this. But I could feel what Seth's animosity could be being a dad, because the dad has to fight to get his kids. Literally.
Yeah, I understand that, but let me tell you something.
Seth's animosity? Is that what he just said? I don't know why she's so loud. I'm not sure if it's just her mic or what, but she comes in hot. Her mic is her mic is loud as hell. Like it always, you know what I'm saying? It's like ping.
Something. That's my child too. And I'm not sending my child back if I think that my child is in danger. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know what his mindset was at that point. I would probably been in a whole lot of hell. Because, if I come up and my grandsons were here and one of my grandsons come up missing and I was just to sit there and say, I don't know, would be totally out of line. I'd probably be dead. My daughter would probably.
What? Oh, come on now. Back this shit up again. Come on. I always turn it down.
But you know what?
I forget.
But you know what? Kids say stuff like that all the time, that they don't want to go back or whatever. My kids used to say that. Now, my kids had a good life. I was a good parent. My kids would say that at grandma and grandpa's house or whatever, because they'd be like, oh, I'm going to miss you now, blah, blah, blah. I had you for a couple days. I'm going to miss you. And then they'd be like, oh, well, I don't want to go back. I want to be with you, because they had fun. They were having fun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a common thing for kids to say. That doesn't mean they're being abused.
If I think that my child is in danger, that's all I'm saying.
I don't know what his mindset was at that point. I would probably been in a whole lot of hell. Because, if I come up and my grandsons were here and one of my grandsons come up missing and I was just to sit there and say, I don't know, would be totally out of line. I'd probably be dead. My daughter would probably.
Oh, my.
My daughter would probably skin me alive. Both my children would probably. Yeah, it wouldn't be easy. It wouldn't be, I'll be able to get on and
So you believe the child made it home. There was a disagreement between he and Katie, and she what? Unalived the child?
What if she bumped? What if he bumped his head and she forced him to go to sleep? You know, you're not supposed to go to sleep with a concussion, right? What if he went to sleep and didn't wake up?
What about you supposed to call 911 or take your child to the hospital? How about
Hello,
that?
hey, what's up? But you know, you don't want to fucking admit you're abusing your child, so why
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
Because
well, let me.
Man, those are some pretty damn harsh allegations, Taco. What in the hell?
Right.
What the hell? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Look. Now he's talking about, well, you're abusing your child.
Yeah.
Disagreement between him.
All right, here we
Well,
go.
from the sounds,
he and Katie.
From the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like he was the abusive person.
Oh, and you know what? Let me share her link too. Let me share her link out real quick. This is the vault. This is the link we're watching here. I'm going to put it in the chat. So if anybody wants to watch the interview on their own or they want to go back and go sub up to her, she's the one that had the interview with Taco. Her name, it's the Vault. I think she goes by Queen too, but I could be wrong. I've heard her called Queen before, so I don't know for 100%, but I know her channel is called The Vault, and this is her. She did this interview with Taco a couple, I guess, like, I don't even know how long ago. No, we never did watch the end of it too. Okay, so this is from 2 weeks ago, so we never got to see the end of his interview. And then when we put it on, we decided to start from the beginning. So if anybody wants to go watch it themselves, here's her link. Once again, I'll post it in here. If you guys want to go sub up to her, there's her channel. It's called The Vault. She is a little bit loud, but when you go to her channel, you can turn it down. So it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? With the mic settings, opposed to playing it through mine. So,
yeah.
All right, here we go. Back to it.
And she what? Unalived the child?
What if she bumped? What if he bumped his head and she forced him to go to sleep? You know, you're not supposed to go to sleep with a concussion, right? What if he went to sleep and didn't wake up?
What about you supposed to call 911 or take your child to the hospital? How about that?
Hello, hey, what's up? But you know, you don't want to fucking admit you're abusing your child, so why?
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
Because
let me ask you something. Can you and your wife reconcile?
Now she's talking over the fucking top of him, but I'm pretty sure he just said something about she's abusing her child and something else.
Yeah, you don't want to admit that you're abusing your kid. You don't want to call 911 if you're abusing your kid. That's what he's saying. Saying Katie was abusing Sebastian.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't see that.
No, me neither.
The fact that this was deliberate, that this could be possibly a deliberate homicide.
I hate to say it. I call myself one of Seth's best friends, but I've been calling it deliberate since day one. Since the day I've heard it, I've been saying this is dirty as shit.
What you said about Mississippi River and the.
See, I was always on it because, you know, here we're going to go deeper into this whole situation.
Okay.
Let's look at the day it happened on the my recappment of what happened. All right. So Sebastian is not in his room or wherever he's supposed to be at 6 o'clock in the morning. Right. Katie calls Chris. And, you know, they get a whole stuff and they're moving around. What happened at 9 o'clock at night when they put him to bed? Chris and her have a conversation while he's driving up there and his phone's sitting in his RV. You know, phones sitting next to each other on charge. Come up, pick up the carcass, the dead body of Sebastian, exposes the body back at the site. He was a crane operator. He had a better view of everybody. You've seen the security footage from Bombshell Betty. Everybody tries to think of Sport Knox. It's just a construction site.
Oh, yeah. So what are you trying to say? You think the man came up? You think Chris came up and got the child deceased and took it back down there?
My thought was that he had time to get up there and get back.
Okay.
And to be able to dispose of the body in a different dumpster. And that's why it's different, because they looked at the dumpster site, but in a different zone.
Okay.
So if that people are like saying you can't take trash on a work site. I'm like, if you're a train operator, you know when the trucks are coming. You know when people.
Well, people have been found. Listen, people have been found on construction sites because we had a body found here not too long ago over at the mall.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but this is fucking bullshit.
Right. Don't you think cops know? I mean, he's got a pretty new vehicle.
He said carcass. Why
They're
the
gonna
fuck
know where
would
he
call
was.
Sebastian a carcass?
Right. That too.
What
But I mean,
fuck?
okay. Oh, he had his phone. He had his phone on his seat next to him, going back to Hendersonville. Okay, cops would probably know that if that was actually happening, because you get pinged with your cell towers. First of all, his car is a newer car, his truck, so they would have known that by his truck.
50 Shades. I don't know, baby. I don't really watch her. I didn't even know too much about her, and I mean, like, I had heard of her, but she because she covered some of the Summer Wells stuff, but I don't really know because I'm just doing this watching her interview with Taco. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, Cheesy. I apologize for that.
No, that's fine. No. I was pretty much done anyways. I was just saying about the cell phone and the, they know. I'm sure law enforcement already knows what he was doing. If he was doing that.
Well, yeah, they said he didn't. Okay, so he's trying to say that he left the job site, that he went and picked up his body, or as he calls it, a carcass. Can't believe he fucking just called him a carcass. Are you fucking shitting me right now? See, I knew there was some respect. I knew we missed a lot of this fucking interview, but there was a lot of it that I, you know what I'm saying, didn't get to see either. Fuck, man. I gotta rewind this and listen to this shit the fuck again. That's why I said if you guys want her link to go watch it yourself instead of listening to it with us or going back over stuff or the commentary, you're welcome to go check it out and watch it yourself. Here, let me see. I'm gonna put it back in here again, just to be fair and whatnot. Their link. I can't say if she's a good channel or a bad channel. I don't know. I don't watch her, so I don't know. I just, like I said, wanted to share this because we are playing her content with her Uncle Taco interview.
Yeah, I don't know her either, so.
Yeah, so I can't speak on that. I mean, I fucked up quite a bit by saying, yeah, go sub up. Yay. Go sub up. Ha. And then they turn out to be fucking shitbags. So no, I'm not doing that again. Nope. Lesson learned.
Yeah, we don't know.
I can't speak on it. I don't know. I have no idea. So sub up and watch at your own risk, baby. That's all I can say.
She could be the greatest person in the world. We don't know.
Right. That's right. Let's see here. WNC Granny. Let's see. I just got excused from jury duty for the rest of my life because I'm 72. I think I'm happy about it. I know that's right. I
always wanted jury duty and I never got it. I never even got called for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would have loved to be on a jury, but no, I never got called for it.
Huh. I thought everybody did at least once.
No. Not one time.
Huh. I did.
But I know people that have been called many times over and over and over again.
Prior to the felony, I did. All right, here we go.
I guess that's because I want it.
Right. Okay. Here we go. I gotta play this one. I had to rewind it. I had to back it up, Terry, for a minute.
Okay. You can't wake up the next morning and say, "Where's my kid?" Oh, he's missing. He might have went for a walk. Come on, man.
Okay.
Without his shoes, I know he don't go outside without shoes.
Okay.
I was there when he got attacked with the ants.
Okay.
Literally on the porch with his dad. No, I was on my golf cart. And I told him, Sebastian, that might not be smart. And he went over there and did it.
Okay.
So it's just, Sebastian wouldn't have left without his cell phone. What kid's going to leave the house without a cell phone?
Yeah. I talked to a kid on the spectrum yesterday at the mall, and he's like, I can't see him going out without the phone for whatever reason.
Impossible, man.
which is bullshit because I've seen my nephews forgotten his, kids have, you know what I'm saying, forgotten theirs. They've forgotten them in the cars. They've left them in their rooms or on the couch or at grandma's. I mean, for fuck's sakes, kids forget their phones. They leave their fucking phones behind. They're not always thinking, yep, let me have my phone. Now, I will say a 15-year-old teenage boy, I do see them, you know, having a lot to hold in their, their phone as like an extension of their body. You know what I mean? Like they're teenagers. I get that.
Yeah.
But
I remember Katie saying he plugged it. He always had to leave it in the kitchen plugged in. And, yeah, so I could see him accidentally leaving it behind. Or if somebody called him and said, hey, you know, meet me outside or whatever, and it was just for a second, or if he ran out after a cat or something, like we said before, there's many reasons why he would have left his phone. Or he's a typical teenage boy and forgot it.
Yeah. Very well could have been, you know.
Which, by everything Katie has told us, he sounds like a typical teenage boy.
Right. All right, let's get this going here.
That's his lifeline.
Yeah.
He went out all right. I think he went out on somebody's shoulder in a chunk of a car.
You think what, baby?
I think he went out on someone's shoulder or in a trunk of a car.
A trunk of a car? Like, how about he never made it home?
Well, I think he made it home, but I think he was never able to leave the garage.
Uh-huh.
And he argued with his mama, and his mama probably put him in a fucking unknowing chokehold and choked him out too hard.
Unknowing chokehold and choked him out too hard. What the fuck? Stop that.
Do you think she's Rambo or what?
Oh my God. Unknowing chokehold. Yeah. What the fuck is an unknowing chokehold?
Yeah. Maybe he's saying she went too far, didn't realize it or something, but still, I don't.
Yeah, that is what he's saying. Yes, that is what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. To me, she doesn't even seem like the type that even spanked him ever.
Right.
Ask you something. You've heard these conversations from a neighbor that the child slept on a mattress, pressure washed. Do you believe any of those allegations, Taco?
I've heard really fucking close family members upset about the same situation but couldn't prove it.
So what?
Okay, well, you know he's been lying because you can't pressure wash somebody's skin.
Exactly. I was over here going off my fucking shit's on mute, but you know what? That's a fucking bold-faced lie. You can't pressure wash somebody's fucking skin, especially a kid. It would rip his skin right off. What do you fucking mean?
Right.
Then we got allegations.
Anybody who's ever used a pressure washer knows that.
Well, most people sleep on fucking mattresses. I mean, you know, throw some sheets on it, a couple pillows. That's called a bed. The fuck you mean?
Out in the garage, he means, because that mattress was in the garage.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm not buying that.
That's what he's saying.
And then he's like, about the thud in the bedroom. Well, not always do you want to go check in on a thud with your 15-year-old son.
Right.
Not every thud needs to be investigated. They're at that age, they're doing things that their moms don't want to walk in on. Okay.
Sure. Then there's different noises that your kids make that you're used to, that you don't need to check every single thing they do. You know, if it's a normal thud, I mean, come on, these people need to be realistic here. Be a realistic parent. How often do you go and investigate thuds? Only if they really sound like something's crashing and banging. I mean, otherwise a little bump or a thud or whatever, you're not going to check every one of those out. Be realistic. And if you do, you're crazy. What? If you do, let me tell you, parenting does not need to be that hard. Don't check everything out. I'm so mad at these people. Oh, if there was a thud in my kid's room, I'd check it out. Bullshit. You don't check every thud out. And like I said, if you do, then you're crazy because you never can relax. And if I remember correctly, I think Katie said that she said, hey, go to bed or whatever, or are you okay or something when that thud happened. And that's common to do as a parent. Hey, you good over there? You know?
I just got that WNC Granny. Thank you for that, love. That was really sweet of you. Hold on. We have Tisha. You're up here with us. How are you?
Hello.
How are you, baby?
I'm good. I wanted to, I don't know, I know a lot of people talk bad about Katie, and I am a mom. I have an autistic son, but I also have a 16-year-old son who did run away, and my first thought was not to call the police. So I don't blame Katie for not just calling the police as soon as she found out.
Can you hear her, Cheesy?
I'm having a real hard time hearing her.
I am too. I'm having a really hard time hearing you, love. Is there any way you could pop out and pop back in? Are you on earbuds or do you have your headphones or something in? Or
let me hold on. Bluetooth disconnected. Is that better?
Yeah. Oh yeah, much better.
Okay.
Well, that's a lot better.
Yeah, as you said, that's like completely different. That is so much better. Yes. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. We just were having a really hard time hearing you at first.
I'm sorry.
No, this is so much better. Go ahead though. I'm listening to you. I heard you said you had two sons. One was 15 yes. And one is I'm not sure.
Okay, my 15-year-old is the one who ran away. But my 11-year-old, he is autistic, and he reminds me a lot of Sebastian. Like, he's very into gaming.
Right.
Like, he loves to play games. He's very, very smart when it comes to these games. He can play any game. You don't need to tell him how to play it. He can figure out how to play it.
Or computer, or is that like a tablet or computer, or just any game, like
any on a tablet, on a computer, on a PlayStation, on an Xbox. It does not matter. Like, my older sons go to my younger autistic son to ask, hey, Bubba, how do you do this? You know, because my autistic son, he can figure it out really quickly. But when my older son ran away, as a mother, the first thing you do not think about is calling the police. The first thing you think about is, let me go find my son. And as did Katie, I called my husband, you know, like, hey, our son he just walked out. And the difference with me and Katie is I knew my son walked out. Me and my son, I mean, he's older. He got in trouble in school. I was disciplining him. He got mad and he walked out the door. You know, and me as a mom thinking, oh, he's going to go cool off. He'll come right back. And then, you know, like 20 minutes came and he didn't come. So here I am. I'm out searching for him, calling my husband. Like, our son just left and I cannot find him.
I live in a little bitty town. There's 300 people in my town. It's super tiny. I looked everywhere. I mean, it takes you 2 minutes to get from one side to the other, to the other, to the other. You know, like 2 minutes. Like our town is very little. There's no lights. There's one stop sign. That's it. And I could not find my child anywhere. Hours later, after me going down the highway, me calling his friends, whatever, and then I was like, oh crap, you know, I can't find my son. Now I need to call the police. They found him in the next town over, which is like 5 minutes away, at a barber shop. You know, so I don't understand why people are always like talking bad about Katie and her. Why did she call Chris? Or why did she not call the police herself? Why did Chris call the police? Because as a mother, as you're in that moment of your child missing, you do not think about that. You think about finding your child. But that's all I wanted to say, because you know, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in as a mother who does have an autistic child and who has had a child who ran away.
I agree. You know, your first thought isn't that they ran away or that they're abducted or something like that. You're thinking, oh well, they walked off or whatever, and I just got to go find them. You know, it's not until you realize that you can't find them is when you think you got to call the police. Yeah, I understand that. That's realistic parenting. And a lot of these people on here who are saying, oh, I would check out that thud every time, I would call the police, why would you call your husband? That's a normal reaction, to call your husband first. At least in my marriage, too. You know,
that was my first reaction.
That's being realistic. You're thinking realistically. Because all these people that say all these other things, obviously they've never had any issues because they're not being realistic.
Exactly.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
But that's all I wanted to say. I'm sorry I came and put my 2 cents in.
No, you're fine. No.
And Queen Bee, I have to say, I really love you.
People.
I appreciate you coming up, baby. I'm listening to you.
Thank you.
Yes, you have. This past week, you have really got me through some hard times. I am getting tested for cancer, and I've been in the hospital and getting a lot of stuff done. And I have listened to you. You have kept me sane.
Oh, good.
Aww.
But I really appreciate y'all for letting me up.
I hope everything turns out okay with you.
Me too.
Yes,
I really do.
For sure. We'll definitely keep you in our prayers too. You know, positive vibes, positive vibes. That's for sure.
Yes, ma'am. I'll let y'all get back.
Because I do feel like a lot of, and that's the thing, that I feel like a lot of people judge Katie unfairly.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at 15. I know when I was 15, I was being a rotten little shit ass. I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing at 15. Oh, fucking right. You know, I mean, so were my brothers. I mean, they did things at 15. My cousins, you know what I mean? The friends. I mean, at 15 years old, come on now. Which I know 15 years old with us is different now. Like we're growing up in different times that back then than the kids are now these days. These days, it's more of like a social world, you know, like it's the social media world.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's so much different these days than it ever was before. You know what I mean? It was, Monty and Jade, I was horrible at 15. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of us in here that were doing all kinds of shit at 15 years old that we shouldn't have been doing, that our parents would. If they were to judge my parents on things that I fucking did, if I were to have, you know, disappeared or whatever, it would be awful. Right. I would be so fucking pissed. I would be upset. That's not their fault. You know what I mean? Why are you blaming them? What? They did the best they could do. You know what I'm saying? With what they had to work with. I mean, come on now.
Yes, ma'am. And like I always say, parents don't come with manuals.
Right, right.
You raise your child the best that you know how, and I feel like that's what Katie was doing. I mean, to me, when I see the videos of Sebastian, like he looks very happy, you know. And I mean, having an autistic kid myself, like you really know when they're not happy, like they don't put on that fake smile, they don't put on that fake happiness, as I can see with my other children. You know, like
right.
I can definitely tell his moods, and Sebastian always seemed happy. Like,
yeah.
And I just don't really see Katie doing anything to him.
Well, keep us posted on how you're doing, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I sure will. And thank y'all for letting me come up, and I'll let y'all get back.
Okay. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you for coming up, love.
Now, there is a realistic parent.
All right.
She looks at things realistically, right?
Yes, and I'm so glad she
That's what I'm
clicked your link
talking
and
about.
came up. I'm so glad she's, you know what I mean? I'm so glad she did, because more people need to hear that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, there's people that
Yeah,
think
they
they're,
need to hear it from
shitty parents and doing things like horrible, you know what I'm saying? And they're not. They're just they're good parents. They're, you know, working and doing the best they can do with what they have to work with.
Right. Well, that's even with Seth, with him leaving Sebastian for as long as he did. I said I'm not dogging him for that, because there's a lot of single parents out here that have no choice but to do things like that. I mean, I can't dog him for that. I was blessed with grandparents and aunties and uncles that could babysit. So I never had to have daycare. I never had to have any of that stuff. I was blessed, and I know how lucky I am, you know, and that's what I'm saying. I could never dog anybody for that. That's, you know, sometimes life puts you in a position where that's all you can do. So at least he was working. I'm not dogging him for that. But you can't sit here and say you don't know what happened or how he could have been online and this and that, and dog Chris and Katie for their parenting skills when you've done just as bad. You know what I mean? Not bad, but the same things or even worse, you know? So that's all I say. And to say that he said in that one interview, oh, there's no way he could have gotten with an online predator. Well, he was online all the time, obviously, at your house, many hours a day without supervision. So how can you say that? That's what I get mad about. Not that he's left him alone. You can leave your 15-year-old alone, you know, but those kind of things that he says, that's what ticks us off.
Well, yeah. And then, I mean, you know, like I said, not only that, he leaves him home, you know, for 10, 12 hours a day while he's got to go to work, which is understandable. That's life. I mean, you know, people have to work.
Right.
He's, you know what I'm saying? He's going to have to stay home. But I mean, to sit here and act like you're the perfect fucking parent when you know damn well he had access to his phone, to the internet, to those games, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You want to sit and play the game. But don't sit and act like, you know, he didn't have internet access, because he sure as shit did.
Right. Right. And we all know nobody's a perfect parent. Come on. Again, be realistic. Even the parents that you think are perfect, they still make mistakes. You know, nobody's perfect. But people on here do that. They don't look at things realistically. Yeah, what a sweet, she was a sweet woman. Everyone is different, right? I never implied the mother is a murderer. I said someone is responsible for Sebastian. Disability. Well, yeah, he has a disability. But like I said, they only, from what I hear, is they only knew for like the last year that he had that disability. So I'm sure they were learning. You know, you can't be told all of a sudden you have an autistic kid and boom, you know everything, right? And he was high functioning, right? We need to stop at looking at autistic kids as like Rain Man, the movie Rain Man. There are a lot of autistic kids out there that are just like everybody else, that they can function and work. There's people that are autistic and they have high paying careers. They lead companies and stuff. Granny Neil, my prayers are still with you. I have who could show me up, right? I have right, exactly, Brandy Neil. Exactly. None of us are perfect parents. We just do the best we can. And like the woman on the panel said, we didn't come with a manual. Be nice if parenting was that easy, wouldn't it? You know, I one time when my daughter was little, and she was a great kid. I mean, both my kids were great, but my oldest daughter was very into rules, and she didn't fray from rules. She didn't do, you know, she was hardly ever naughty, honestly. I hate to say that, but it's true. And one time we were in a store, and she thought she was being funny and hid in a coat or a clothing rack. And I couldn't find her for just a couple of minutes, and I was frantic. And I prided myself. I always kept an eye on my kids, you know, but of course, you're a parent, you're a person, you're a human being. You can't have eyes on them 24/7. And I mean, in just those few minutes, I was thinking, oh my God, I'm the most horrible mother in the world. What am I going to do? How am I going to find her? You know, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, I was almost panicking, and I'm not a panicky person, even as a parent. And all of a sudden she came out of that coat rack, and oh my God, you know? Yeah, I can't even imagine. Yeah, your daughter did. Scared you to death. I know, yeah. Cricket Day, that's what I say too. Why are they when he was so young? Because I think those are the pictures that Seth gave, and in our experience with Seth, it seems like he only has stuff when he was younger. Cheesy the Gang Grand Queen did the exact same thing to us just a few days ago. She wanted to play hide and seek, but she didn't tell the grown-ups. She hid under a blanket. She thought us freaking was funny. Yeah, right? I like that, the Grand Queen. Ain't that the truth? My dad, my great nieces, I don't have grandchildren, but my great nieces, his great grandchildren, and yeah, he calls them the queens. Really? Tribal Gal says, I have 7 brothers before me. One was already in the military when I was born. Being the first girl, my mom had written a manual and kept track of every kid and what they did. Huh. She's an amazing mom. Okay, Sebastian has fluid on his brain and limited in certain functions. Sebastian was deemed disabled. Period. Once that in play, you have to put in the security and care that is required to protect them. But he was high functioning, and he, by what Katie described him, seemed like just your typical 15-year-old. I don't know. We don't know what he was like. We don't. I am high functioning autistic, Asperger's, and I am 2 year of nursing school. So people need to stop thinking of our diagnostic autistic as part of us. It doesn't define us. Right. Right. I see lots of autistic people and Asperger's. I have a friend who has Asperger's, and honestly, I've known him for, he's in his 30s, so some 30 some years. I've known him since he was born. And honest to God, just 2 years ago maybe, I found out he had Asperger's. Tribal cow, that's funny. Yeah, I don't understand about the security and stuff about to protect them. I don't understand that. Our kids are our kids. Now, like, I have many nephews, and they were your typical boys, rambunctious. You had to watch them constantly. We should have had leashes for them, honestly, when they were little. They turned out to be amazing adults, but when they were kids, oh my God, they were everywhere. My kids were not like that, and my husband's nephew, he wasn't like that. So kids are different, and we know our kids differently. We know what to expect from them. Like, my sister-in-law knew that she had to keep close eye on her kids because they were rambunctious and little shits. My kids, we didn't have to watch them quite as close because they were good kids. Not that my nephews weren't good kids. Don't get me wrong how I'm wording it, but my 2 daughters. My oldest daughter, she was like almost like an adult most of her childhood. And she was excelled at school and everything else. My youngest daughter, she had to work for every grade she got. She was a little shit when she was a kid. She used to like to get into stuff and make concoctions and stuff like that. There was many times I woke up and there was total big messes in the kitchen. We know our kids I don't know how to say it, but we know how we need to watch our kids, is what I'm saying. And maybe Sebastian wasn't that type of kid that he had to be watched constantly, or, you know. And you said fluid on the child's brain would make me check whenever there was a thought coming from their room. But that's just me personally. I understand she could have been tired from studying that night. Yeah. And she said she talked to him after that thud. Yep, all are different. No two are alike. That's right. Our kids are all different. And like I said, we know what we can expect from our kids. You know, I used to go to sleep and my kids would be up playing on the weekends when they didn't have school, or in the summertime. My kids would be up playing Wii or something at night, having fun playing games or whatever. And I would go to bed. Me and my husband would go to bed because we knew we could trust them. And we have that. And I know that, like I said, we're all not perfect. Something could have happened. They could have took off in the middle of the night or something, but we had that trust in them. We raise our kids and we have that trust in them, and we believe in how we raised them. So yeah, I don't know. You guys are making me think maybe I was a bad mom. No, I'm just kidding. You take care also, R. Taylor. And I wasn't arguing with you. I just, different people think differently. That's what these chats are great for, is we learn what other people are thinking. That's right, R. Taylor. I agree with you. Bring Sebastian home. That's all we want, is him to come home. We want all these kids to come home. I pray every night that all the missing kids will come home. Yeah, yours was up all night playing games. Yeah. Yeah, my kids did that. Or if they had a friend over, I would go to bed. They would be up watching movies or whatever, because I felt I could trust them. They never gave me a reason not to trust them. And we can't blame Katie for going to bed and sleeping, and her boy left. For that, we cannot blame her. If it was something nefarious, yes, we can blame her, but we don't know that yet. All we know is that she possibly walked out the door. And we can't blame her for that. She went to sleep. Nobody can stay up 24/7. We all have to sleep.
Well, and you know what? To piggyback off what you were just saying, in Florida, I was watching this. I was watching one of the. What is it called? One of them. Not a murder show, but you know what I'm saying? One of the documentaries, like where you watch documentaries and things that happen.
Yep.
So you were just saying, basically we raise our kids. We know kind of what they're doing. We get a feel for what they're doing, what they're about, and what they got,
Yeah.
So to piggyback off that, there's actually this guy, and he was a teenage boy, his mom was in the Navy, and she tried to do, he was raised on the Navy bases and stuff like that. So, he was very respectful. He had always grown up respectful. He'd been in the church, she pretty much knew when she got the news that her son was not a part of what had happened, but it was that, okay, so basically him and a couple of his friends they were drinking at his house. So his roommate was like, hey, can I have the keys to your car? And he goes, no, you're drunk as hell. Or one of his friends said, no, you're drunk as hell. I'm not giving you my keys. So his roommate comes in. He's like, hey, can I use your keys to go drop him off? He's like, yeah, I really don't want you driving my car, and he's drinking, so I really didn't want him driving either, but if you're just going to drop him off and come back home, whatever, Then he hears him talking about something about there's like $30,000 in a safe, and they're going to go over and see if they're going to go see if anybody's home, and they might break in this house for this safe. He's like, I don't want any part of that. I don't want my car involved in it, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, okay, no problem. Don't worry about it, whatever. So he was like still half drunk. He went back to bed. They took his car, went to go rob this house of that safe. When they did, it was the girl so there was 2 little girls left. The mom went to work, and there was 2 girls left home. And one of the girls left for school. When she left for school, these 4 men, the guys or whatever, they basically rushed the house to go steal this safe. Well, in the house was a girl who was basically a friend of the guy who gave him the car, the guy who let him load the car or whatever. They had both been to a wedding 4 days prior to this together as friends, like they were there together. So he knew this girl. So anyhow, long story short, they went in to steal the safe, and one of the guys basically grabbed her dad's gun off the wall and beat her to death with her dad's rifle.
Oh my God.
With the butt of the rifle. Yeah. So he wasn't there. He wasn't involved in the crime. He was not there. He did not commit the crime, was never in the house, didn't know anything about the crime. But he is doing life in prison because they borrowed his car, and in the commission of the crime, a murder was committed. In Florida, he got life in prison for that. Yes. Can you fucking believe that?
Oh my God, that's terrible.
And she goes, I know my son's not involved in this. I just know. And he was fully cooperative with the police. He went in. He said, this is what happened. We were drinking. We were drinking and stuff. And I went to bed. They came in after my car. I said, no. So my roommate asked me if he could use the car to go drop him off at home. I said, yes. He's like, we're talking about going into this house for a safe or whatever. And I told him I didn't want them. I didn't want to be involved. I didn't want my car involved.
Right. That's terrible.
Sorry. Anyhow, so basically his parents, so his parents hire a lawyer, and they hire an expensive fucking lawyer, and they're like, they spend a lot of money. They're like, this is wrong. This is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We think it's crap. So they, of course, spend money out the ass. You know what I'm saying? To get one of the best attorneys. Money walks and bullshit. Money talks and bullshit when it comes to an attorney.
Right.
Especially high-paying attorneys like that for a criminal case, a murder case. So, sorry, I had to wait for my little to get in there. So basically, they hired this attorney. Well, this attorney, the father, I guess, was extremely upset. He said the attorney basically had told them it was like a home run case where he would be acquitted or he found not guilty. So the prosecutor said, okay, I'll do it. I'll give you 10 years then. If you want to do a plea agreement, because you were cooperative, I'll give you 10 years. That'll be your, you know what I'm saying? You'll do 5, basically, I guess 85%. So you do like 7.5, like 7.5 years, right? He says no, because his attorney told him, don't take a plea agreement. That means you're pleading out to say you're guilty. And I can get you off. I can get you acquitted. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? Just don't take the plea agreement.
Oh my God.
So he doesn't take the plea agreement. and he got found guilty on all counts or whatever. So he got life in prison. Well, anyhow, he went to he actually started studying law while he was in there, because he was in there, you know, he couldn't do anything else, and he started studying law, and he wrote his own appeals. Of course, his appeal got denied. I don't know how in the hell they can do that, but they denied his appeal.
Wow.
Right off the jump. So he went in. So the clemency program actually, they actually wrote a letter for him, and then I want to say it was either the governor, or I think it was the governor, did an ex parte, something like that. Long story short, he's been in prison 25 years, and he gets out this year.
Oh, wow.
So he spent 24 years of his life in prison for a crime he never committed, was never there, didn't have anything to do with it, never knew anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. But because he loaned his vehicle to his roommate, and it was in the commission of a crime, a felony murder, he was charged as well. Now tell me that isn't fucking wild.
Right?
That's in Florida. Wow. That happened in Florida.
Wow. That's horrible.
Yeah, that was fucking wild. That was so wild to me. I was watching it last night, or in the middle of the night or whatever, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh.
It just goes to show you, you know,
yeah,
your life can change in a split second.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when he said, and then his dad, they said they were so confident, that the lawyer had them so confident that they actually had a change of clothes in their vehicle for him, ready to go home that day.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, the parents were fucking, like, devastated. They were not prepared to hear no. They were not prepared for that at all.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad for him, because you could tell they had spent, like, he's like, we had to put a loan on our house. I mean, like, they spent a lot of money on this attorney. And then this attorney comes on, and she acts like she's all smug, and she's like, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry they don't understand what I tried to tell them. So I'm not responsible for what they understand.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Wow. Yeah, you think they're the professional. They're supposed to know.
Yeah, she's like, they got to blame somebody, so I guess it's just blame me. I was like,
wow.
If you told them that it was pretty much a grand slam case, and that you had this one in the bag.
Yeah.
And they're paying you thousands and thousands of dollars for you just to be like, oh, fuck it, you know, you got, oh, fuck, you know, you got...
you got life. C'est la vie.
Right, you got life. Oh, well.
I'll cash my check. Thank you very much. Bye now.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm like, God, I mean, that just sounds fucking reckless, don't it?
Right. I mean, to not even have any remorse that he, you know, that she was wrong or whatever. And yeah, no. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, it blew the hell out of my mind. I'm like, what the hell?
And like I said, you expect her to be the...
Well, when they said that he was never involved, I thought, oh shit. I figured he at least like knew about the plan and was like involved in it, or you know what I'm saying? Was like, yeah, you can use my car if you give me a cut of the money. Something, you know what I mean? But they said he basically and the lady they said she never called one witness. The only one she brought to the stand was him. But she never called any witnesses to the stand. She never called any character witnesses. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
They didn't even deliberate for a whole day. They said it was so fast that he was found guilty like within hours. You know what I mean? Like he said he doesn't even think that the jurors even understood the charges of what they were, charging him or finding him guilty.
How horrible. Tisha, thank you again for having her up on the panel.
What? I'm sorry.
Tisha, thank you again for having her up on the panel.
Oh, that was really sweet of her to come up. I seen Brandy Neal was in the chat too. It was good to see you, Brandy.
Yes. Our prayers are always with you, Brandy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I don't want to be in their shoes. You know what I mean? And I feel so bad for anyone that has to go to sleep at night wondering where their child is.
Right. I couldn't even imagine. That's our worst nightmare coming true for them people, and I feel so bad. My heart breaks for them. And like I said, my heart breaks for Seth too. It's just all the stupid fuck shit that he's doing that pisses us off, I mean, my heart does break for him. I can't imagine what he's going through.
I can tell you right now, if Brandy Neal or anybody else was doing it, and I can tell you right now, with Candace, when she was doing her dumbass shit, I didn't stand behind her.
Right.
I didn't stand with her. I didn't go after her and talk shit to her and none of that. I did call out her bullshit. Yes, I did.
Right.
I did bring attention to her bullshit. Yes, the fuck I did. Did I think that prank call and them fucking around? No, I didn't think that was fucking funny. I mean, it is what it is. I know their personality, and that's they thought that was funny, and that was just, they wanted to fuck with the YouTubers that were fucking with them. Do I understand why? Yeah, I get it. And they drink and they, do stupid shit. That's just who they are, and they're on another note, they're not social media friendly. Like they don't, they don't vibe well with social media because they didn't even, you know what I mean? They don't know nothing about it really. I mean, honestly, let's keep it real. She knows how to post TikToks and shit like that, but she really does not know the belly of the beast.
No.
I don't think either of them were prepared for the bullshit. No. I still, in my opinion, blame Chris McDonough for all the hate they got.
Oh, definitely.
The majority of it, I think, was perpetuated by his video.
Yeah, because I have the ability of looking at things with an open mind. And I looked at that interview with an open mind. And honestly, I didn't see what everybody else saw. I saw her and she looked like she was excited to have him there to help her. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? She was.
Well, yeah, and I mean, he's went over it like 2,000 times.
She opened up her home. She said, "Here, this is where it was. This is what happened." She didn't restrict him at all. No. And that's the way they were in the beginning. That's why I have a hard time believing that they did anything.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, even if a parent didn't do anything nefarious, I'm still not going to blame the parent because their kid went missing. We're all not perfect parents. Our kids run off. Our kids do things that they're not supposed to do. Right. And like we said, we were 15 once. Think about when we were 15, some of us. I was a good kid. I didn't get in a lot of trouble when I was a kid. But I still would go outside. I would think it was cool to just be able to just even go out in the yard by myself after dark,
I mean, we did. We got our asses in trouble all the time. We were forever doing some stupid shit that we shouldn't have been doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? We were forever being little shitheads.
Mm-hmm. Well, I followed my brother and stuff and did a lot of stuff with him. So I was not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah. My brother was 9 years older than me, so yeah, he got me into some fuck shit. But yeah, well, we're all kids. We do stupid shit, I don't know. I don't, unless somebody is like a downright horrible parent that abuses their children, I don't judge people on their parenting. We're all not perfect. If your little brother can't go, you can't go. Yeah. My brother was everything to me. I loved my brother so much. He was everything to me. And yeah, I would go with him blindly, do whatever he was doing. And he was a little shit. He did stuff he shouldn't have been doing all the time. He was always into something. And I was right along with him doing something.
Right.
Thinking
Always
we were
into some
cool.
bullshit. You were right there behind him. Into the
Right.
bullshit right along with him. You know?
Yeah.
Did we tell Katie K, Miss Katie K, happy birthday again? I don't know if I even did.
I don't think we did. Happy birthday, Katie K.
Yes, happy birthday, Miss Katie K.
Hope you're
I know
having
we
a
told
good
you
day.
last night, but I didn't know if we told you again today.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm not a singer, but I can't carry a tune in a bucket.
Same.
But boy, let me tell you, when I'm in the car, I have the best concerts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, even the dog's looking at me like, what the hell? Don't quit your day job, Mom.
Right.
Good Lord. Well, I do appreciate you hanging out. I know we've been on here like 5.5 hours. No, really, we've only been on here 3 hours, but I got to get some stuff done. And then we have, like I said, a couple double headers tonight. So I know we're going to be busy with that. I will try to catch back up with y'all later. I don't think I'll be able to. So more than likely, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow, like 10 or 11, somewhere in there.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me. And Tisha, keep us posted on how you're doing. I hope everything turns out okay for you. And take care, everybody.
Yes.
Bye.
We'll see you later, Cheesy. And yes, Miss Katie K, I hope you have a good birthday today. Happy hump day. I hope you have a great birthday. I say doubleheader. It's really not a doubleheader. It's a games back to back. We do 2 games, and if they win, they have to play a third one. So that's where it comes from. I'm used to softball saying doubleheader, but volleyball, you don't do doubleheaders. It's just we have 2 games. And then, like I said, if she wins, she plays another one. So anyhow, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you guys for hanging out. As always, thank you guys for supporting WC and Granny. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate you. As always, you guys have a good day. Like I said, I'll try to catch you guys later tonight if I can. More than likely, I won't be able to, but I'll try. If not, then I will see you guys tomorrow sometime. Catch you on the flip side.